is amazing. I was clash heads again. This is like Chaz Moskin and Cam Water.
For the first time here for season 3. Davis on pole, Vandergren in second. It's going to be sprint round action here tonight. Let's go racing here at Daytona. It was a good start there from Davis in comparison to Vandergren in behind. Cowan's absolutely bogged it up and already dropped out of the top 3 here as they come down towards turn 1 for the first time. There's biffing and barging between Gallen and Cowan. These guys are still going at it after last season. They survived for this time by though. Through turn 2 and 3 they come. Nice and clean, boys. Keep it up as they come up to...
I love riding. It's a real social thing. There's a great bond between riders.
Every weekend I look forward to getting out there. It's a freedom like no other.
Riding to work is a great way to start the day.
Shannons insure all types of road bikes, not just classics. They offer features riders really want. It's why they're one of Australia's leading motorcycle insurance providers.
Whatever you ride,
Whatever you ride,
Whatever you ride.
ride with Shannon's.
Call 134646 for a quote.
Through turn 1, it was a horrible start from De Bono. He's absolutely bogged it up and gets eaten alive by Dixon and Gowans as they come on through. Through turn 1 they come, and they all spread out around in towards the first sector of the Silverstone circuit. They look all right at the moment. Okay, there's already been a car spun round. That's Jordan Ferguson offline.
Is green, green, green at Road Atlanta here as well. Faulkner did get away. De Bono is tucked in as well. Unfortunately, Houghton is on that outside line. De Bono does want to turn it to turns. He's got the job. De Bono's overtaken. Now can he get Ben Faulkner up through turns for 2 and 3? They go round the right-hander, dropping down the hill. Faulkner's out in front. De Bono second. Houghton third. Ratcliffe in fourth. No real dramas going into turn 1.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannons,
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be
Shannon's.
Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 134646 for a quote.
Amazing, I was clash heads again. This is like Chaz Moskin and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to sniff on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because tell you what, Bruce Tanek and Jamie Dyson just absolutely drove away from us. Hayden trying to go around the outside. This is where he could have just sent it up the inside, but he hasn't committed, which is fair enough. Very scary out there, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's see if we get a good run. Dodds just absolute thinker, but it is a really nice move. Blake Delaney had to move out of the way.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sim Racing World TV. Welcome into round number 8 of Season 3 of 2024 for the Sunday night Warren and Brown Tools V8 Supercars Championship here for our Bathurst Enduro event at a Mount Panorama Circuit. I'm your commentator, Hamish Munro, joined as always through sight and sound by Steven Sinkovic. A heap of S's on the board tonight, Sinker, and it could be a really good W on the board for one of these drivers in the field. We're going to be on for an epic affair after seeing what happened in the Tuesday night field last night. Mate, how much better can it get? Sunday night, both of us needed a nap, and now we get to get woken up by some awesome Supercars action.
Well, here's one stat for you straight off the bat, mate. Good evening to you, first of all, and to the viewers. We have, last night boys were sitting in the 204s. We already have the top 8 drivers. Sorry, in 205s last night. The top 8 drivers are all in 204s. So
and the top 2 are in 3s as well.
So it's going to be pretty full on.
We may even go an extra lap longer tonight as well, depending on safety cars. We did have a safety car last night, but depending on safety cars, we could go a lap longer than what would have been the regular distance of the race as well. We've got a heap of fast boys out there, though. Sinker, of course, Rehan Leonage, Ty Delaney, Dylan Gray, the top 3 in the championship at this stage in time. They've got some challenges out there with them in Connor Nixon and in Scotty Gamble as well. It's going to be a tough task for these guys to not only battle themselves, but also battle amongst those fast boys who've come in who've only done a couple of rounds this season. And it's going to offer us up something that could be quite special tonight in terms of a different winner, something that could change up the championship a little bit as well. We'll have a bit of a look at the standings, of course, for the scores on the doors at this stage in time. Ty Delaney leads the championship, 1,062 points. That is after his drop rounds and before, as he has missed a round this season. Dylan Gray's second place at the moment with 1,010 points after drop rounds, and then Rehan Leonage in third on 977. So all 3 of them within mathematical chance of winning the title. Anthony Visma is in P4. He's also a mathematical chance, but he's not in the field as of yet. And then Harry Dodd's P5 in the championship at the moment on 943 points, a little bit further away off the top end of town. Realistically speaking, Sinker, it's probably going to come down to Ty, Dylan, and Rehan. Unless Anthony shows up tonight and has an absolute blinder, I think it's going to come between those 3 boys. But can you even pick who it could be out there? I mean, Bathurst can throw up something a bit odd. Can always throw up a bit of chaos, and with Connor Nixon and Scotty Gamble out there, they could really throw a bit of a splash in the water for us in terms of what could happen here tonight.
We saw a few spins last night, and a few people get caught up in the carnage. The thing about Bathurst is you don't need to be involved in the incident to get in the incident. Right. You know, you could have this section, coming up the hill, that first left-hander. You know, we've had many a car spin there, and then all of a sudden it's a bottleneck. Boom, 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 boom. So you just never know.
Well, we saw it last night at Sulman Park, of course, as well. The whole track was jammed up at Sulman Park with about 6 cars all involved, and it was all started by only 2 of them. So it's very, very easy with the amount of blind corners around here that we could get into a bit of strife here tonight. These drivers could also get into a bit of strife as well. This is going to be a tough task on these fronts here this evening for
looking
this
at
event.
This ladder. 6th place Brad Doble, Team Go Slow Racing. He has changed teams. He'll be sporting a new livery. Should be out there tonight. He's going to be representing Shadow Racing Team.
Oh, very interesting.
He's moved across in the coming days, so he will be out there tonight. He's probably there he is. He's in 8th place, so it's going on. Some people might miss out on the main part of the top 10 shootout and show up for the race. So it does frequently happen. Brad, Hamish, maybe pop a post into our own Discord as well, just reminding gents and tell them, if you aren't going to make the top 10 shootout, let us know and we can get you in for the actual race itself.
Yeah, we'll get a post going out there. We have qualifying to come still, and then of course the top 10 shootout as well. And we'll also be getting into our 80-minute race here tonight. So we'll quickly get a post up in our Discord, reminding drivers that the race is on tonight, and even if they can't make qualifying, they can still participate in the racing action. But qualifying to come, Sinko. They're all out on track. They're all out there, ready to go.
I joined as well. He figured I got to get that number one out there, Mr. Dyke, and get it on track. I love to see that. That's excellent.
It's been a while since we've had Dykey out there, so that's another driver out there who could challenge these front runners.
Oh, definitely. He's a SRW veteran. I really hope iRacing behaves itself tonight, mate, because we had mine yesterday fail twice. It's already failed once today, and the replay failed for you as well. So iRacing's been doing some weird things of late. I've heard a few people saying that it's just been crashing mid-race of late. So I hope they get on top of it and giddy it up and fix it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the latest update that was a major problem, or
I think it is, mate. I think it is. 'Cause I've never had issues up until then. So we'll see how we go. The boys love the sound of these cars coming down the mountain. Oh, how good does it sound?
Mate, they are rocketing round at the moment. It is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. So what's your pick tonight, mate? What's your pick? Do you have a sneaky suspicion? We haven't got a replay to watch, so we don't know who's making the top 10.
No, these are genuine opinions that we can just boldly make without knowing the result. I'm going to give the love to my split 2 cohort. I think Scott Campbell's got this one tonight.
Ooh, Scotty. You know what? He's definitely got the class for it. He definitely has got the class for it.
He just always finds a way. He finds a way to get to the top end of town. He's always there at the top end of town and battling for wins. I don't know. I just got this feeling about him. I think Connor could get a podium, Ty or Rehan as well. It really depends how this race goes. If they caught up in any incidents, Dykey's up there. Although even last season he won the championship off the back of the consistency, more so than running at the front end of town. Dylan.
Coleman's due for a win, man. He hasn't had one for a while.
I'm just going to go out and say it. Nothing against Coleman. I think with some of the drivers that are back this week, Connor Nixon, Scott Gamble, Rehan Leonards, Jamie Dyke, Ty Delaney, and Dylan Gray, I think the top level at the top end of town may have just surpassed Coleman a little bit.
Oh,
I think he can sneak a podium, and on his day he's got great pace.
It's Bathurst.
I know.
It's Bathurst. Anyone in the top 10's got a chance. Anyone in the top 20's got a chance.
This is very true.
It depends on how the dice roll tonight. The other one as well that I really want to see have a good one out there is Bruce. He's been on some really good form of late. He's been unlucky. He's been in what I call the vortex, but I tell you what, he's had some good form.
He's had some good form in terms of his pace. He's kind of just been letting himself down with a couple of choices on track, but there's always room for improvement. We've seen Fitzpatrick improve a lot on track over the last couple of weeks as well. He's trying to move forward from what's previously happened with him, and we'd love to see the same from Bruce as well, because we know he's got the talent and we know he's got the pace, and we just want to see him do well.
And don't forget, there's a lot of teams out here too, so they can get in behind each other, draft, look after each other, change strategies. One stays out while the other one goes in. Work on that sort of stuff. So there's a bit to do.
Well, we can see Dylan Gray working with Rehan Leonards at the moment, so the training is also translating onto the track as well. So he's giving him a tow round here in qualifying. and helping him progress along throughout this portion right now. First time's coming in qualifying. Ty Delaney's gone top of the timesheets with 2:04.24 from the championship leader, Harry Dodds P2, Brad Doble, Blake Fitzpatrick, Andrew Cow make up the top 5. Troy Stone Street, David Coleman, John Gallen, Peter Pavlovic make up the top 9 cars. Remember, guys, if you are watching tonight, get into the chat with us. Let us know you are watching, who you want to see out on track as well. We've already got Trevor Youngston in the chat after joining us last night. Great to have you here once again with us, young man. Let us know what you think of the track, of the car-track combination, and some of your favourite memories are of Bathurst as well. We'd love to hear them as Leonage goes top with a 2:03.71, Gray P2 with a 2:03.97. So the true pace of Leonage comes out absolutely swinging their sinker with a 3.7 off the bat, and that could already be a tough time to beat.
100%. 2:03.709 is it's probably not the quickest time we've seen so far tonight, but it's still very, very good. I think we saw something just under the
I think it was like a 3.7 was the fastest, like a 3.7 dead was the fastest in practice, which was done by Dylan Gray. But I look at that time and I think I can't see Rehan dropping out of the 10 now with that time. I don't see the whole top 10 getting below 2:03.7s, just based on what the pace was in practice as well. We have got a heap of cars out there already setting some times. Gamble's gone P3 with a 2:04.13, so he's up at the top end of town. Gary's at the back end of the top 10. He could sneak himself in, as could Coleman, as could Stone Street, even Gallen. Vanley Millen's out there with us for the first time in a while on a Sunday night. Good to see him out there with us. Peter Pavlovic, Mark Houghton, Stacey Boyd, Will Brown, Travis Daly, Tim Mulford, Bruce Tannick, as I mentioned, Shane Randall, Jamie Dyke, Chris Burridge. Inside the 10, Connor Nixon now sits P5. Sho Kanatake has moved his way into the top 6 as well for the Japanese international. So we've got a good mixture of drivers out there tonight. So you've got a little bit over 20 drivers.
24 on the grid, which is the minimal optimal number. I call it. That's the perfect number, as in the least amount you want. But there'll be, I think there'll be a few more that'll join in, and by the time we get to the actual race.
Yeah, the perfect number for supercars, especially around here, is probably about 30. It's probably that's where you're kind of getting a bit, it's a little bit too much, but...
Look at them on the mountain. I don't know if you saw my screen
I
just then on the mountain.
I just saw that then. I looked at my other screen, I just seen it's an absolute car park up at Skyline.
What do you call that part of the track?
That's the S's, and then down towards the Dipper.
Yeah, the S's come down there. It's like the bus stop area, and they've all gone into the runoff lane and just parked behind each other. It looks like they're all sitting in there. Dylan's
I think Dylan's just become an unofficial member of Phoenix Racing Team at this point.
Yeah, he's just tucked in with them. He's obviously trains with them, so or gets coached by Rian, so he's in that pack there, and the boys are going 4 down the mountain. Barrage is back tonight, which is good to see. Shane Randell has got himself a nice green first sector. Barrage 2. Will Brown, second and third and fourth sectors. Looking good.
I was going to say, Trav Daly in the field tonight. He went P12. He's won himself a free season next season thanks to his dad, Brad.
Yeah.
So he'll be getting a free season.
Out there. Last night, we had 50 people watching, between 40 and 50 people watching most of the night. Now, we're going to have some giveaways, so reach out to your friends. There's Barrage going sideways and rotating. Reach out to your friends, share the link for tonight, get everyone involved. We need to get the numbers up, and when we do get the numbers up, we have got giveaways tonight again. There's going to be a lucky person in the chat that's going to win the brand new SRW Sim Racing gloves. We're going to give away a 12-month subscription. We're going to give away a season subscription, and we've got a very special package tonight. 10 drivers are going to win a special night with the Phoenix Racing Team coaching session by Rehan. 10 drivers are going to get that out there with setups and BOPs and all that sort of stuff that they do. So it's going to be a killer night for those that win it. And that is going to be done tomorrow night, Monday night. So, and it's going to be done with the final round's track, so you'll get the training for the final round. So whether it's the V8 guys from the Sunday or V8 guys from Tuesdays, it's going to be up for grabs, 10 drivers.
I feel like we need to limit it to drivers who finish or who don't make the shootout, maybe.
Look, it's going to be anyone. Some of these drivers are going to be too proud to take advice.
No. But, like maybe we just say, hey, if you don't make the shootout, then you're eligible. If you make the shootout, you're not eligible. Maybe that's the case. So maybe it's like Andrew Cowan down
in the race.
Oh, okay.
The stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, this is basically going to be for the stream people. So anyway, like, subscribe, hit the notification number, share it around tonight, get the viewers in, get your friends in, get your family in. There's going to be some giveaways tonight. Hamish, if you've got time, put it in Facebook.
Oh, well, maybe in between sessions. Well, we'll open up a new session. We can do it then. It is not. For about the 5th time we've been asked by 5th President. It's not the real Will Brown from V8 Supercars, Trev. It's a different Will Brown who is actually a powerlifter.
He's not a real Will Brown. He's just not the Supercars.
Yeah, he's not the Supercars Will Brown. Gerard Sanfuentes with us, all the best boys. Let's go, Cowie.
Sanfuentes. Welcome aboard, son.
Great to have you, Jerry, with us once again. Qualifying, we've got about 3.5 minutes left in qualifying. It's currently Rehan, Leonage, Dylan Gray, Connor Nixon for the top 3. Scott Gamble, Sho Kanatake, Ty Delaney, Harry Dodds, Choice, Stone Street, Brad Doble, Blake Fitzpatrick are all currently slotted inside the top 10 shootout for the next session. Sinker with Cowie, Brown, Daly, Coleman and Dyke on the bubble to make it in. Burridge has not set a time just yet in qualifying as Stone Street lets Coleman past him at the top of the hill.
Yep. I've got, I'll shift my camera around a bit. We've sort of stuck in one section of mine.
They're all just kind of waiting for a chance to move out at this stage. That's not what we wanted to close. We wanted to close this one. There's a couple of these drivers pulled up.
Got Coleman on there. Let's give Coleman a bit of time. Steve Banks, good luck everyone tonight, especially those PER guys. Well, there's a fair few of them out there tonight, mate. So the boys will do well as usual, I guess. They are a great team to race together. It's like the Mighty Ducks. What are they? They fly together. They flock together. What was that saying they had?
Ducks fly together.
That's it. Mr. Banks, I'm still waiting for the flying V, mate.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet. We
still haven't seen it yet, no.
A couple of drivers out on track, just trying to better their times. Burridge is just trying to find a time at all. He hasn't managed to put one on the board just yet.
He's looking very squiggly, isn't he?
Yeah, the car's not looking too settled at the moment, I must say.
We've only got 3 minutes left.
Yeah, there's not much opportunity to get these times in. He's probably only going to be able to get one more lap in when he crosses the line.
Yeah. Who's on a hot one at the moment? We've got Coleman on a.
We're probably going to have one more lap for a lot of these drivers out there when they cross the line. Sean Benici in the chat with it as well. Great to have you out there with us, Sean.
Mr. Benici.
I need coaching for the 8.6s on Thursday. Well, you say that. Laz Leonage is actually building a GO86 race car at the moment, so maybe you can get something out of it if you win it. As Burridge crosses the line, goes a 7.9, so slowest time on the board at the moment.
Good. He's moving up the field. He's got 3 greens there. He's currently sitting in 14th. Will he be able to squeeze himself in the top 10? Cowan's got a second orange. Harry Dodds, two greens. Gamble's 2 greens. A few boys in some late charges.
Yeah, they're pushing hard here to get a final time in. A few busy boys today, having done Sandown earlier in the day as well. Well, this is true. It's true. It's good numbers actually off the back of that as well. Sean saying can't miss V8s at the mountain. Oh, no, you cannot. Especially after last night's antics. That was probably one of the loosest broadcasts we've done in a while. Speaking about loose, Coleman and Tannick are off the track up at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, Tannick's just yelled out sorry to David. Don't know what happened. I missed it. I just saw the aftermath. That cost Dave a really good lap.
That's probably cost Coleman a top 10. Let's be honest with ourselves. Oh, this is looking tight, Sinko. This is looking incredibly tight. Dodsy's coming down towards the start-finish line now to finish off his final run in qualifying. Can he find himself inside the shootout? He's currently slotted P7. Does he go any better? He goes P6 on the road. So an improvement from Dodds.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
Patrick, who's at the back end of the 10.
Tonight in the
on through
boot,
the
we've
chase.
got Leonardo's on 2 purples. We've got Greg Barber and Stefan McCartane looking after the troops down in the dungeon.
Unfortunately, Adam Hughes is away this week. He was supposed to be in there, but I think he's gone running scared, thinking he's going to crash the safety car.
Probably, but I'm sure if they reach out to Mr. Leake, he might make himself available as long as his heart rate and pressures aren't too high.
So Fitzpatrick's still under pressure right now to drop out of the 10. Leonard crosses the line, betters his time, and it will remain provisional P1. Andrew Cowan is at the top of the mountain. Can he find his way inside the shootout? He's only got to find 0.3 of a second over Blake Fitzpatrick, and currently he's on a green in the second sector. What does the fourth look like? Oh, it's not too
Dykes
bad.
coming home solid too.
Dykes in 11th.
Dykes just missed it.
Wowee.
Just missed it. Wow. That's literally, oh man, he's missed it by 1/100th.
He has missed it by an absolute whisper, has Jamie Dyke.
Here's Cowie. How's he coming along? He's
down towards the chase.
Yeah, I think that's gone, that one.
Oh, might not be. Under brakes. He's on a personal best in the second sector. Remembering he only needs to gain 0.3 of a second. In through the final corner now. Up across the line comes Andrew Cowan. Does he go any better inside the 10?
No, he's
And he
sitting
does
12
not.
to 05,
He does
113. He hasn't bettered his time. He was 0.2 off his better time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the top 10 guys for the top 10 shootout. We've got Rian Leonard, Scotty Gamble, Dylan Gray, Connor Nixon, Harry Dodds, Ty Delaney, Troy Stonestreet, Brad Doble, and Blake Fitzpatrick all heading in for the top 10 shootout. This is the part where we're going to start switching around from servers. Do not disappear. We've got some giveaways tonight, so it's going to be a bit of fun. We've got a fair few giveaways tonight, actually. So that's going to be awesome tonight, mate.
Mate, it is going to be absolutely fantastic to get these going with you here tonight. The shootout is to come. We will swap over our servers and not be too far away from your screens once again. And what we'll do is we'll get our countdown going at the moment in time. We'll just mute that for a second. And we will head over into our next session. So don't go anywhere. We've got our counter to come.
What I want you to do right now is tell your friends and family and mates and share it in Facebook, share it in YouTube, share it in whatever you're sharing with, and get everyone out there watching. We want to get the numbers up tonight. We've got a lot of giveaways. We're giving away our brand new Sim Racing World Sim gloves, absolutely top-notch stuff. We're giving away a 12-month subscription, giving away a season subscription, and also we are giving away a whole session of training and coaching with the Phoenix team. And we're gonna pick 10 drivers that are going to be able to have our run tomorrow night at a time which we'll let them know later on, and be able to get some coaching with the team and have some fun as well at the same time, because it's going to be pretty spectacular. If I was out in the rig and racing these days, I'd probably join you just for a bit of fun.
Have you seen Coleman's comment?
What?
How long is postage? Express or SRW Express?
Oh, Coleman. I'm going to sue you, buddy. Our services are express these days. They go pretty quickly, mate. We've got an account now with what do they call Aramex. So, yeah, not an issue at all, mate.
So we're just waiting for the shootout server to go live, only a minute away or so. Scott Falcon in the chat, is there collision in races or do cars go through each other? No, there is full collisions in these races. We do not run ghosting.
In saying that, sometimes when netcode gets involved, it does look like the cars meld into each other. Sometimes we had one the other was it last week or the week before? I think it was in the 86s. So we're gonna choose some drivers. There'll be drivers that are probably that could be in the session that are not in the top 10 or whatever that want. But there'll be drivers from Tuesday nights. There'll be drivers in the chat. We'll do that before the race starts, maybe, so that way drivers that have missed the top 10 shootouts get a chance to get in there and have a bid for it.
Yeah, I feel like they need to come and watch the shootout as
we got to watch the shootout anyway. So yeah.
So we are not too far away from the session going live, ladies and gentlemen, and the shootout coming your way. Coleman in the chat saying, wait till lap 1. Stay tuned. Exactly. Stay tuned. There's more and more still to come this evening. It's a big evening for us as the session has now gone live for us as well. So we can hop in there and get ready to go for this top 10 shootout. Scott Vagan saying, that's good to hear. My first time watching. Caught the last 10 minutes of qualifying last night. Well, we wish that you had stayed around last night to watch the full race because it was awesome. It was awesome viewing last night. You do not want to miss tonight's. This is going to be a whole other level than what was on offer yesterday. Drivers already into the 203s in regular qualifying here tonight comparatively.
Yeah, a whole second faster.
Well, the top 10 shootout poll time was a 5.
Yeah, it's going to be the pace is going to be ridiculous, mate. I mean, they probably won't get as fast as they just did in that qualifying there, because it is a killer track. It is a track where you got to get you got to finish it complete and clean, and it's so easy to stuff it up, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is. You just got to try and set that banker lap, push as hard as you realistically can. Obviously before you accidentally murder yourself out on track. But it's a tough track. It's an incredibly tough track. Tough to get into your groove, but a high pressure. It's a high pressure track for a one lap sprint for a qualifying. It is high pressure, and it is one of the toughest circuits in Australian motorsport for that very reason. You have to respect this place when you come here. It's been said before. If you don't respect it, it will bite you, and it will hurt you if you do not show the respect to this circuit that it deserves.
More than just in Australia, mate, in the world as well. A lot of overseas people come here and they freak out how demanding this track can be.
Well, that's right. I mean, it's only 6Ks, but it's, there's more parts of this track that is more demanding than the likes of Spa or Silverstone, which is at a similar length. You do get those 2 moments of reprieve.
Falcon bailed after the shootout, Scotty. So what's going to happen is, mate, we're going to go from, he's got the 6 screens going through. We're going to go to the top 10 shootout. The top 10 shootout then gets set up to a manual grid. So there's another server that needs to enter. So that'll take another 5-10 minutes between the top 10 shootout and the actual race. So we'll still be here talking crap and driving people insane with our voices between the switching over till it goes to the race. And the race is an hour and 20 minutes. So it's a full on Sunday night. Forget about watching the Sunday night movie. This is where you want to be.
Well, there's no football on tonight either. So it's, rock up, enjoy a great race, try and answer some questions as we pull out some trivia for some giveaways. And it's going to be absolutely immense here tonight. So how this is going to work, ladies and gentlemen, is any other top 10 shootout would work for real-life supercars or for any shootouts that we've done previously. A driver will go out on track. They'll have a white lap, and then they will have their push lap. They'll then go around and they'll tow a couple of corners away from the end of their qualifying lap. Whilst they do that, we will then focus on the next driver who will already be out on track, going around doing their warm-up, and we'll go through that whole process 10 times until we have determined the top 10 starting order for this race. Now, in the event that no one, for whatever reason, is able to set a time in this qualifying session, whether it's be an off track or whether it be that they have an accident. Well, we just run how they finished out the regular qualifying. That is how they would start. That's the backup plan. If not, I don't know. We send them out again, Sinker. Just re-roll until we get a top 10. It's like, oh, we haven't got a pole sitter. Well, go. But no, we will. It's never happened that we've never had it happen where no one in the shootout has been able to set a lap time. It's
well,
never happened.
they'd just go out in the order that they'd finish the top 10 if no one set a lap time. That's the way it would go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, it'd be, yeah, we've never had gone to that set. We've had pretty close. We had four drop out the other night out of 6. That's probably the worst we've had, I think.
Yeah, but I think we had 4 at Sandown for Tuesday. So
yeah.
But the little warm-up session is ending for whenever they wait to let the drivers into the session. And now we move in to shoot out action. Jamie Dyke entered the session, but he did not finish inside the top 10 in qualifying.
Yeah. Well,
maybe he's in here just to watch it. At this stage.
No, there's 10 drivers there. Who's missing? Did someone get a rear grid or something?
Maybe. Quite possibly they did.
Who's missing out of that?
Well, he's not in the green room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, there's 11. You just can't count, Sinker. There's 11.
Oh.
So Blake Fitzpatrick is the first one who will have an opportunity to get going here in the shootout. He is waiting to be released by the race controllers as he pulls away out of pit lane. Oh, what's got to be going through Fitzpatrick's mind tonight, Cinco? Last night, he had an absolute mega run to get inside the top 10 off the back of a... There's 11. There's 11. There's 11. Rehan 1, Dylan 2, Ty 3, Harry 4, Brad 5, Scott 6, Show 7, Troy 8, Blake
Show's not
9,
appearing.
Connor
Show's
10.
not appearing on the SDK.
Yeah, you haven't got him in your drivers list. That's your problem.
What drivers list?
The driver overrides list?
No, I'm talking about the STK live timing screen.
Yeah, there's a drivers list which has all the drivers in the session. So mine reads it. I don't know why yours doesn't.
Oh, I've got it all selected. All the drivers are there on my list. Anyway, beside the point, Mr. Fitzpatrick, who's been in some good form of late. He's on his warm-up lap across the top of the mountain. Be interested to see how everyone does their warm-ups. Do they go hell for leather? Take it a bit easier?
I'm not sure. Poker Smith the chat saying, what game is this? Graphics look PS2. Maybe just check that your YouTube's actually set to 1080p, not 760. Maybe just check that.
Yeah, you'll be if you pick your 1080p, you'll be looking good.
It will. It'll be looking spectacular.
Because we are watching the YouTube show at the same time. That's how we can know who's in the chat. All right, here we go. Fitzy's coming down the hill. I've got my camera on him as well, so if you want to do different views and stuff, you can.
You haven't got your actual stream up. You got to put the stream back up.
Oh, for Christ's sake, mate! How about telling me a bit earlier that I'm dumb?
I thought you knew. Sorry for having too much faith in your Sinker.
Well, faith. My wife doesn't. Why should you?
I feel like a regular George Michael at the moment. I have that much faith. Yeah. As Fitzpatrick comes across the line, he starts his top 10 shootout run up towards turn 1 here tonight. He flows on through and up the mountain.
A little bit of shake right in the roll the rear end there. Let's see how this car looks on the mountain. Let's see how this car looks as it planted through the corners. Is he getting the acceleration early? Is the rear end going to wiggle around on him? Is the front end going to slide?
He's of course gone purple in the first sector, being the first driver to be out there setting a time at this stage. It is a 22.468. It's iRacing, Poker Smith. We're on iRacing. As he comes up through the second, 24.614. Oh, big old dance up across the top of the hill. And then tries to point it. Oh, went a little bit wide, just slightly missed the apex. Up over the grate and through McPhillamy Park, now up towards Skyline. Maximum push. When does he get on the anchors? Down the S's, down the gearbox. Oh, massive curb strike to get the car wiggling through there. And then in through the dipper now. It's not looking too bad, Sinker. I don't know if it's going to be a challenger for pole.
That was a great little bit, but he's very close to that wall then.
But you got to be right on the inside. You got to almost put your car on the inside of that wall. You got to be that close. Down the chase now, or down Conrod Straight, I should say, down towards the chase. Fastest straight in Australia Motorsport into the braking zone, just about wanting to take all that tarmac on the left-hand side. Hard on the anchors into the chase now. It's a good-looking lap at the moment, Sinker. We'll see if we think it's going to be good enough to hold out pole position. He did very well through there, very well. Into the final corner, does well. We've got Brad Doble out on track as well on the other screen as Fitzpatrick crosses the line. A 205.36 at the moment there for Blake Fitzpatrick. We'll quickly drag him in. Mr. Fitzpatrick, what an effort from you, sir. That's a cracking lap, a 5.3. You reckon that could keep you in the top 5 in qualifying?
I have absolutely no idea. I didn't actually take note of the track temp, and then I feel slow, but I looked at the track temp. I think that's okay. I don't know. I don't think it's...
Is it a bit hotter?
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
Oh, nice. Interesting. Makes it all the more fun. How's the car feel, mate? Is it settled? The setup feels good?
Yeah, that was alright. The race setup's a lot better. Just pretty keen to get into the race. That'll be... yeah.
Nice. How were the nerves through that?
Pretty rubbish, eh? That was a rubbish lap.
Mate, it's not a rubbish lap, mate. It's still a 205.36. It's pretty good, man. I'd be in the let's face it, I'd be in the 15s.
Well,
listen, mate, good luck out there tonight. Have fun, mate. Most important thing is a fair few Pelicans out there, so they'll be all supporting you. So go for it, man.
Thanks, mate.
Well, Brad Doble has now begun his run in qualifying down through turn number 1 and up Mountain Straight now. He rockets his way through.
I'm liking the delivery, mate.
It's nice. I do like it. Done by RSW Graphics into the braking zone of turn 2. Flows it round very, very nicely. What does the sector look like for him through sector 1? It was a 22.6. So it's a little bit off Fitzpatrick's first sector time there, Sinker. So he's not challenging pole position at the moment, but he might have the pace over the top of the mountain. He does. Sector 2, he goes fastest by 0.2 of a second, so he's actually reeled him back in. And right now he is on song to challenge this pole position time of Blake Fitzpatrick. Up and around McPhillamy Park comes Brad Doble. What does the third sector say for him? He's gone fastest again. This is an unbelievable effort from the Shadow Racing driver. In through the dipper now. One of the toughest parts of the track. This thing is looking racy and Doble is looking quick. He hasn't gone fastest in the 4th sector, but right now, Sinker, if he can maximise these last 2 sectors, he'll be on provisional pole.
Doing well. Doing really well. He's got a couple of tenths all the way through it.
Now down Conrod Straight. Maximum pace, maximum pressure to get this braking zone right. It is all...
a bit off.
Yeah. Or 26.0. Yeah, he's a little bit off. Needs to get the run through this corner. Oh, this is going to be so tight, Sinker. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it over Fitzpatrick. Final corner is going to be absolute paramount. As he comes up towards the line, we have Stone Street out on track as well, warming his car up across the line for Brad Doble. He goes P2 with a 205.64. Let's drag him in. Mr. Doble, that was an absolute cracking lap there. For about 4 sectors, you and Fitzpatrick were swapping and changing pole position, and then the last 2, you just couldn't quite reel it in. How was that for you, buddy?
Slippery.
Mate, it looks real slippery out there.
Towards the end of the lap, I knew I sort of blew it there. I was watching a little green bar, and I should be turning this off before doing the lap, to be honest. It's sort of, you look up and see the green, yeah, anyway.
Well, mate, new team for this season, Shadow Racing. Hoping to do them proud here tonight in your first outing for them?
Yeah, hoping so.
Very good, mate. Well, we hope you can continue on forward and follow up some great performances you've had thus far in SRW. Best of luck in the race. Good job in the shootout.
No worries at all. Thanks, fellas.
Thanks, mate.
Good luck, buddy.
Well, Sinker, Stone Street's now out there as well, rocking and rolling his way around up towards the final corner and up towards beginning his shootout lap on board with him. We've got the images inside and outside of the car, of course, as he rockets on down towards turn number 1.
Stone Street hasn't had too many top 10 shootouts, so he's still fairly green in the shootout. So pressure will be on. And let's see if he can hold it up. The toughest bit's going to be holding it together over the top of the mountain, trying to keep the pace and trying to not touch the walls.
Just noticed I need about to move. He's around. Oh my God! I was just adjusting the second screen, and Stone Street's touched the wall. That's going to be lap over. That is going to be, he did. I reckon that's it. I think that might be it, Sinker. I think that's actually cost him, unfortunately.
Slowed down.
Yeah,
I can't tell if he slowed down or not.
I don't think he's pushing. What's the sectors like? So he was fast in the first sector. Sector 2 was incredibly slow. We'll see if he actually finishes the lap, and then we'll bring him in for a chat. Up over the top of the mountain. Sector 3 is really going to be the telltale sign. Oh, is it 19? No, this is not looking good for Troy. I think that's it. I don't think it's going to count. Yeah.
Good pressure.
As he comes down towards Forest Elbow.
Yeah. He's bring him in, mate. He's definitely slowing it down. Bring him in. Ty Delaney's on his warm up.
Just in case he's not on just in case his lap's not over, we won't drag him in. Obviously, if he crashed and wrecked the car, then it's pretty self-explanatory. His lap's over. But I feel like it should be over. He scraped the wall. That shouldn't count the time. But he may finish this off just in case it does. Because at the end of the day, if you can finish your lap, it is better to finish it and get a time on the board in case other drivers can't complete a lap.
Get a time on the board because it could be the difference between someone else not finishing the lap and getting a different position.
No, that's right. Up across the line now comes Troy Stone Street. Yep, and I don't think that lap counted for him, unfortunately. So we'll drag him in for a quick chat. Mr. Stone Street, it looked really good in the first corner and up the hill. Then unfortunately just scraped the wall through turn 2. How you feeling going into the race off that?
Yeah, it's probably not a track where quality matters too much, hopefully. So yeah, feeling good. The car feels good. Obviously there's a lot of talk in the green room of how much slipperier and hotter the track was, and
after they did it.
After I came out that first corner pretty well, I thought, oh, it's not too bad, but just played straight through turn 2. So anyway, long race.
It's a long race, mate. You've got some good track. You've got some good pace out there, generally out there, so you'll be right, mate. You're just gonna stay out of it, stay clean.
Everyone in front's pretty quick, so I might get a little tow along. Right.
Yes, that's the one. All right, mate. Good luck out there tonight. Have fun.
Thanks, boys. Have a good call. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
We are over 50 in the views tonight.
We are.
As I said, it dropped. Thank you all for just get out there and share it. Love it. Pass the love around. Here comes the young guppy himself, coming through his first lap in the top 10 shootout tonight.
Well, he's one and only lap in the shootout, of course. It is one shot qualifying for these drivers. Up Mountain Straight comes the young guppy. What's he got in his locker? The championship leader who could be on for a breakout season with 2 rounds to go. Through Sector 1 now. It's a 22.4. It looks skatey through their Sinker. That is the fastest run through Sector 1 for a lap that currently will be counted. So Stone Street technically has the fastest per sector, but his lap did not count. At the moment, Delaney is on for something mega. A 24.67 So he's lost a little bit of time through Sector 2, and I think the track might be getting hotter right now, Sinker, which means the times are going to come down.
Yeah, it looks a little bit slippery, but it looks like he's not pushing it all the way to the very edge. He's playing a little bit safe, but he's keeping it smooth, which is really important. Yeah, he's staying off the walls, but he's looking good. That was nice. That was that.
He is having to wrestle this thing through there, and he's gone fastest through Sector 4. Has Ty Delaney.
Look at that. That is like 2 100ths faster through Sector 1. He's doing extremely well. 2 100ths through Sector 3.
Oh my God. This is going to be a mega lap. This is going to be a mega lap for Ty Delaney down towards the chase now. Fast run through the right-hander, hard on the anchors. Fastest in Sector 5 for Ty Delaney. This is going to be a mega lap from the young Guppy and the championship leader in the number 7 Fishy Motorsports Commodore into the final corner. He's going to come round, needs to keep it clean. He does exactly that. And that is going to be provisional pole position for Ty Delaney as he crosses the line at 2:05.2 for him.
Ooh, 2:05.196. That's the fastest lap we've had tonight, including practice and the pre-qualifying. Well done.
Let's drag him in off that mega lap. Young Guppy, Ty Delaney, not only are you the championship leader, you are provisional pole position at the moment, young man. How does that feel?
Yeah, pretty good. I definitely know it's going to get knocked off by Gray, Connor, or any of the people coming after me. It wasn't the best lap. I definitely underestimated how slippery it would be. Thought it would be basically the same as the other session. Definitely wasn't, and didn't really put a lap together very well.
Mate, it looked pretty good. It looked nice and tight across the top of the mountain coming down. It looked like you were a bit cautious on the way up, but mate, that's a killer time. That's as fast as that's a very fast lap for this session, especially how slippery it is.
Yeah, hopefully it keeps on getting hotter, so it can maybe stay at the front of the field, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Well,
even if it does, I think some of these boys will knock it off.
Mate, you were absolutely wrestling that car across the top of the mountain. You did an exceptional job to put that lap together and to go fastest in multiple sectors. Best of luck in the race tonight. We'll see how you go, and hopefully you can continue leading this championship into the final round next week.
Thanks, boys. Have a good night.
You too, mate.
Well done, buddy.
Dodsy's out there now, Sinker.
Yeah, he's crossing the line. That's how he goes. He's driving the retro
once again.
Yeah, retro. He must have liked the luck he had at Sandown. And
it's a nice retro, to be fair. It's a very, very nice retro.
And remember I did tell you that we had Supercars put in a claim across our show?
Yeah.
And, well, they dropped it because they realised that the cars were not complete copies. They were retro vehicles and they looked like them, but they weren't.
Oh, wait, we got a claim for the retro liveries?
Yes, we did. We had a claim by Supercars. And they dropped all the claims. They had about 10, 15 of them.
That's hilarious. That's you know what? That just shows that everyone did a great job in recreating their retro liveries.
Exactly. And I saw my version of the retro, my Alan Moffat XB Coupe, go past me yesterday, which was my retro livery copy. But anyway, let's get back on Harry Dodds and talk about that.
At the moment,
really
he is rocketing through the first 3 sectors. It was a 22.5 through Sector 1. Sector 2 and 3 are the fastest on the road at the moment. Sector 4, 11.526. Dodsy is absolutely ripping up the streets of Bathurst right now, and he is looking good enough for pole position. So it may not be very long until Ty Delaney loses that pole position spot, as Dodsy rockets down the hill towards the chase and hopes to put this PER machine on pole position. 25.87 through Sector 5. This is going to be tight, Sinker.
Get off the pace there.
A little bit off the pace for Dodds. It's going to be close between him and Delaney. Dodds had the measure in the 2nd and 3rd. Delaney had it in the 4th and 5th. Through the final quarter now for Harry Dodds. What's the time going to be for the Pacific Esports Racing driver? Where does he go in the timing tower? He goes pole with a 2:05.1.
1/100th. Is that right?
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Far out. That is crazy. A 205 100 flat. And Ty Delaney was a 205 196. A great little crack there by Harry.
Harry Dodds, where have you found that 1/100th to get past Ty Delaney on that lap? That was awesome.
I have no idea what you're talking about, mate. I have no idea what you're about. No, that was a cracking lap. I didn't think I'd pull that off. I was losing a lot of time on the... I lost a bit of time coming out of Forest Orbo, so I reckon there was a little bit more in it, but... yeah, if I really stuck it together across the top, I could have done a high four, sorry, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, we'll see what the rest
How's
of the
the car feel, Harry? Before we boo you, how did it feel? Is the heat affecting you? How's it going? How's it settled?
It's definitely heat affected. It was much greasier than first thought. So yeah, we'll see how it pans out during the race, but. Other than that, I'm actually pretty happy to be where I am at the moment.
Excellent job, mate. Stay safe and have fun, mate.
Oh, come on, mate. Don't I always stay safe?
Not on, it's not on.
Exactly right.
Best of luck at the race, Doddsy. We'll let you go.
Thanks, boys.
Cheers, mate.
Mr. Kanatake is out on track right now.
Is out there at the moment. He's just come through the first sector. He's not been put in the green room, so he mustn't be coming to have a chat to us here tonight. So we'll have to wait and see where he ends up. He's gone 22.4 in the first sector, so he's still hitting the average at the moment. We have heaps of chats that we're going to have to get through momentarily. Oh,
he's 3/10 slower there.
Yeah, so maybe just not as confident over the top. Oh, took a lot of curb off the left-hander before the grate. Down
so
through
he's
McPhillamy.
in the past moment.
Yeah, so he's
that looked
probably slots him around about P3 or 4 at this stage.
That's my worst part of the track, coming into that little dip there under that banner. I never get it right.
Man, I thought the worst part of the track for you was just the whole thing.
No.
Through Sector 4 now. This is not looking like a time that's going to be challenging for pole position here tonight from Sho Kanatake. But what it will do is it could rightly challenge to go ahead of Brad Doble or Blake Fitzpatrick at this stage in time. Surprisingly, everyone who's actually done a lap thus far, Sinker, has managed to actually get a time on the board other than Troy Stonestreet. Oh my God, he's gone fastest in Sector 5. Sorry, just to cut you off very quickly there. He has gone fastest in Sector 5, so there may be something about this lap that he could pull back for himself. Down towards the final sector now for Sho Kanatake, the Japanese international, into the braking zone of the final corner. He's gone across the line. Where does he get slotted in the 860 Phoenix Racing machine? P4 on the row with a 2.563 for Sho Kanatake.
All right.
We'll quickly drag him in for what is bound to be a very basic interview, I'm sure.
Sinker. Yeah, that's because of the girth, mate.
Sho Kanatake, fantastic lap from you. Are you excited for the race tonight?
Yeah.
Are you happy? Are you happy after that lap as well?
Not the good.
You think it could have been better?
Nervous? Sho?
Yeah.
Very nervous? That's okay.
Yeah.
So, just have fun and relax.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you
That's
for
it.
letting me out of the way.
Yeah. Good luck, mate. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, that one went a bit better than last time, Sinker, I must admit.
Well, you just gotta don't put him under pressure too much and just make him feel comfortable. Yeah. He's got. Tell you what, he's getting faster. Mr. Connor Nixon is out there at the moment.
Your favourite driver in the field, Sinker, of course, Connor Nixon.
Mr. Connor Nixon.
Mr. Connor Nixon comes around the last corner and crosses the line up towards turn number 1 now for the Drop Bear Motorsports driver. Still rocking the retro livery on his Mustang that he had out at Sandown.
Yep, another one who's superstitious, Connor Nixon.
Hey, I like the livery though, it's a good look.
Yeah.
It is a good
60 viewers. Oh, people, thank you for joining us. Share, like, subscribe, get the word out there. We're going to do some sick giveaways soon.
See what happens when we do giveaways, Sinker? We just get all the viewers happening.
No, it's good, it's great.
through Sector 1 now for Connor Nixon. Oh my God, I need to... Oh, that came at the worst time ever. What was sector 1 for Nixon? It was a 22.51, so a little bit off the pace through the first sector, Sinker.
Just off, not too far off. He's got a good... This top end of the mountains is part of the key. He's got to get some good timing across here.
As he comes round sector 2.
24.43.
That's not
so
bad.
It's not too bad. That's sitting at about third best in that sector.
Oh, I think this hot track is actually really gonna test these guys now. Yeah.
Bringing it back a bit. He's a couple of tenths off Harry Dodds' time at the moment. He's looking at about a third.
He's gone fastest in the fourth sector, Sinker. Sean, we'll get the temps up once we're on a cool down lap in just a moment. Just so we can get the double screen off so we can read the temps properly. Round, down, Conrod, straight. Oh, thanks, lads. 31 degrees at the moment in the session, Sinker, so it is hot. It is hot out there.
It is hot.
It is skatey, and it is tough conditions for these supercars. Down through the chase now.
September at Bathurst.
Oh,
and
it
that's
is.
what you're going to expect.
He's on average here. This may be good enough for a second row start for Connor Nixon. Around towards the final corner now. What's the lap time going to be for the Drop Bear Motorsports driver? Oh, okay. No, I need to add show to my... Why is it not showing me? That's weird.
22.471. He's gone to the top there. He has just broken into the 204s. He's beaten Harry Dodds by, what is that, 25 thousandths of a second. That's how close. That is ridiculous. That's a 204.974 to Harry Dodds 205.100. That is so close.
Okay, this is on me. I didn't have show in my driver overrides. That's my fault. I do apologize. But a fantastic lap from Connor Nixon. Nonetheless, we'll drag him in for a quick chat. Mr. Nixon, top of the timesheets with the first 4 of the qualifying session. The agreement amongst most of the drivers is this track is as skatey as ever right now with these hot conditions. How are you feeling after that lap?
Yeah, a bit of both. I mean, I'm happy with the lap, but yeah, there was definitely a lot out there, but across the top and coming down the hill, it's just been really nice to it. I wasn't really pushing it. I upped a bit of wing on it just to make it a little bit more comfortable, but yeah, it was definitely not the funnest experience I've ever had, but yeah, it was one of those laps you had to be gentle to just get around and put a time down.
Well, mate, hopefully that time can stand. Dylan Gray's just started his lap, so we're going to have to let you go a bit early here, but best of luck in the race, and we'll see if that time holds up for pole position.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Enjoy.
mate. Dylan Gray has now started his lap to Sinker and could be a proper challenger here tonight for this pole position. At the moment, it is Connor Nixon to Harry Dodds, Tidal Annie, Blake Fitzpatrick, Sho Kanatake, and Brad Doble is the 6 drivers who have actually set times this qualifying session. Troy Stone Street is the only one of them to have not set an acceptable time in the field, and he is not classified now in this session. 22.58 for Gray. So the average through Sector 1, Sinker, is getting slightly slower with these hot attempts as we get going.
Yeah, is it them just taking it a bit slower through the first sector to keep the tyres for the second sector? They're hearing how hot it is. It might be a good way of doing it.
It really could. Saving those tyres for the top of the mountain could pay dividends. Sector 2 was a 24.379. Into Sector 3, Gray's gone fastest with an 18.189. So I reckon that is the plan. Save the tyres for the top of the mountain. In through Sector 4 now for Dylan Gray. What does the time look like? He's gone fastest again in Sector 4. So Gray right now is pushing on and could claim this pole position if he can hook up the final 2 sectors, Sinker.
He was 7/1000ths faster there. That is great work there. I think the go is take it easy in the first sector, save it for the top of the mountain, and just hell for leather at the bottom.
I agree with you. I reckon that is the strategy at the moment. Take it slightly easier through turn 2. Down through the chase, 25.758 for Dylan Gray. So he's on the average through Sector 5. Round towards the final corner now for the DK Motorsports driver. What's the time going to be in the 52 machine of Dylan Gray? Round the final corner now. Does he go top off the back of those 2 fastest sectors? He's done it with a 204.92.
That is crazy. That is 5 thousandths of a second.
unbelievable. We'll drag him in for a quick chat.
Nice
Mr.
work.
Gray,
Nice work.
what a lap time from you, young man. Incredible. We saw you took it a little bit easier through the first 2 sectors. Were you saving the tyres for the top of the mountain so you could push as hard as possible?
Pretty much. I just sent it through the S's and that, and I needed all the tyres for there because that's where I gained most of my time.
Yeah, mate, that's what we were kind of discussing. That's what we thought may have been the case. It's good that it's paid off for you. You've just pipped Connor Nixon, and I mean just nicked by about 600ths of a second to pole position. Best of luck in the race tonight. Great job in the shootout. You'll be guaranteed to start in the top 5 now.
I definitely need the luck tonight to try and catch a tie.
Well, mate, we'll have to see how you go. Best of luck.
Cheers.
Yes, Barbara, hundreds. I know I said thousands. I was just excited, mate. I'm sorry. Pull me up on a technicality, don't you?
Learn your measurements, Sinker, as Scott Gamble, the now 5-time... Scott Gamble, the now 5-time Split 1 VFX champion Sinker after winning 2 seasons in a row.
This is age against beauty, isn't it?
Mate, it really is. It really is. And, you know, having Scott be my co-commentator for the last 2 seasons in Vets, he's taught me a lot in terms of what his mindset is like attacking these laps and attacking some races as well, and teaches a lot of drivers during these broadcasts as well about how they can tackle some of these circuits. But now we get a first-hand look of how one of the best in the business does it out at Bathurst. A little bit of a wiggle through turn 1. He's already pushing hard early here. We'll see what the time's going to be like through the first sector as he comes up towards turn 2 and up towards Griffin's Bend at turn 2, the cutting at turn 3. I'm losing all my words at the moment. In through Griffin's Bend, though, comes Scott Gamble. What is the time in the 959 machine? Here, it is a 22.48, so he's not letting off too much through Sector 1, Sinker.
No, it's about 3rd or 4th fastest at the moment for that sector.
Up towards Sulman Park now for Scott Gamble, 24.632 in the second sector. So he's on about the average at the moment through Sector 2. Dodsy's still the fastest driver through that sector. Across the top now over the grate for Gamble. He is pushing this thing to its absolute limits right now. He is not letting anything up into Sector 3. 18.344 from Gamble. So it's not showing him that he's pole, but he is quick at the moment down through the dipper and in towards the exit of turn.
A little bit wider there, a little bit wider.
11.6 through Sector 4. So this is an absolute hooked up lap from Scotty Gamble, but I don't know if it's going to challenge for pole position. He needs to hook up these final 2 sectors, Sinker, if he wants to have a chance.
Okay. At the moment, he's sitting at about second. The race is 120 minutes tonight.
120 minutes? No, 80 minutes, Sinker, an hour and 20 minutes.
Yes, correct.
You get your timings right again. 25.8 through Sector 5 for Scott Gamble, and down towards the final corner of this Mount Panorama circuit. What's the time going to be for Gamble? I don't know if it's going to be good enough for pole position, but is it good enough for P2 on the road of the 9.5 Sim Sports driver? Across the line, he's gone fastest in the final sector. It's P5 on the road with a 2:05.3 for Mr. Gamble. We'll drag him in for a quick chat. Mr. Gamble, 2:05.3. Are you a bit disappointed? Does it feel a bit too warm and skatey out there? What's the thoughts after that lap?
Oh, not disappointed, mate, at all. I took it pretty easy on that lap. I didn't actually think I was going to qualify, but yeah. So, no, I'm all right with it, mate. Happy enough to just get around, do another lap, and yeah, get used to being back in the sim.
Mate, of course, you've been in Central Australia for a little while. You're happy to be back in the sim. You feeling good for tonight? Feeling somewhat confident, or are you just ready to go out there and have a cruisy 80 minutes?
Yeah, for me, it's going to be, still do the best I can, Hamish, but, I'm just looking forward to getting around and, getting used to the car again. It felt a little bit rough when I got back. You're like very alien being away from the sim after a couple of weeks. And, yeah, so just to get back in it, get some laps under my belt, have a look at a set or two and, see how we go from there, mate.
Very good, mate. Love to hear that. Best of luck in the race. Hopefully you can find a little bit more pace throughout the race proceedings.
Yeah, mate. I think we've got a little bit left in us, so we'll just do our best and have some fun.
Very good, mate.
Hopefully we'll have a little bit more left in you than Carlton did last night, mate.
I wasn't going to say anything as a Lions supporter, Sinky. You just had to say it.
I can't not say it. I'm a Collingwood supporter. I can't not say it.
Well, like, if we're talking footy, the last 11 goals of the 16 of the 11 goals was kicked by Carlton. So, yeah, we had a good second half.
All right, mate. We'll let you go.
Tonight, mate.
Best of luck.
Cheers, guys.
All right, the young fella is skating through it at the top,
He
mate.
is, mate.
He's
He is.
thing hooked up.
And unfortunately, I've just lost my timing as well, so I'm going to have to reload it after he's done his lap.
So
as it currently
2
stands,
up the first sector.
Yep.
He is right on the money for the second sector. Third sector, he is just about a tenth slower, so he's still about a sector on average up.
he is the fastest man at the moment in the first two sectors and has just gone fastest once again in Sector 4. Dylan Gray has now been confirmed to start on the front row of the grid. Connor Nixon and Harry Dodds are at least locked into grid slot number 2 on the second row of the grid. And at the moment, Rehan Leonage is looking like he's going to blow pole position out of the water with a 25.54 into the chase now for Rehan Leonage, and down towards the final corner he comes.
Coming across, your mic is breaking up. I'm not sure the viewers can hear that, though, but he's coming down the last corner. Nice and clean, smooth as butter.
Yeah,
How's he going to go?
He's gone
straight to the
oh my
top.
God, 7/10 of a second for
John
Rehan
Gallen nearly picked it, mate. John
Leonage.
Gallen said a 204-200. He's got himself a 204-213. What a drive.
Let's drag him in and I'll reload these overlays while you chat to him. Quickly, Rehan, that's a mega lap, mate. 7/10 of a second faster than P2 on the road. Where in the hell do you find this kind of pace?
Oh, honestly, I have no idea. It's just all about confidence of this track, getting close to the walls and precision and everything. Obviously, it helps to have a good setup under the car as well. But yeah, nerves were definitely starting to get to me on that lap.
It is one of those things, no matter how good you are, how seasoned driver you are, the top 10 shootout, just a different mentality, isn't it? It's like, you know that if there's, like in a race, you can touch the wall, yeah, no worries, you're still right. But in iRacing, you touch that wall and it's all over. So you got to be that little bit extra on the edge, don't you?
Yeah, 100%. I think, especially at a track like this where there's walls all around you for the whole way around, you definitely have to have that like mentality where you're playing it safe enough to keep away from the walls, but playing it hard enough that you can still get a good lap with you.
Yeah. What is your best time at Bathurst?
Not 100% sure. I think in cold conditions I might have done a 1.
Wow. Okay. That is crazy fast. That is crazy fast.
My best time in a supercar around here, just for reference, is like a 4.8. So, you have got a special way, Rehan, of making us slow people feel very special.
we are special, but we're special, slow special. What is your favourite track? Full stop.
Not 100% sure on a single track, but I generally like the more open sort of F1 style tracks, but always fun to come to undulating tracks like Bathurst and Oran Park.
The fast flowing sort of tracks or the ones with the heavy braking?
Bit of both.
Yep. Nice. Well, how about, before we get rid of you, before we kick you out, we're going to be giving away 10 positions.
I reckon Rehan needs to pick one.
Yes, he can. Yep. We're going to give away 10 positions for a coaching session with the Phoenix team for Monday night. Give the viewers a bit of a brief on what goes on in a coaching session with you guys. It's a 2-hour session. What sort of stuff do you guys go through?
So generally we do a bit of obviously start the session, let everyone get warmed up, see where the pace is at, and then I'll go through my lap, give a bit of pointers, a bit of a track guide around that, and then afterwards, while everyone's doing laps again, I'll give any feedback if I see fit.
Cool. And do you have them on setups straight away for the session, or do you introduce them to your setups as the session goes so they can feel the difference? How do you do it?
Generally, especially with our subscribed students, obviously they'll already be on the setup with practice.
Yep.
But since sessions tomorrow and stuff, I guess it'll we'll just see how it goes. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. All right. Out of the drivers there tonight, just give me 2 drivers just at the top of your head that's not in your team that that you want to have there tomorrow night. Just go for it.
Can't make me pick, man. I'm very indecisive.
That's all right. Just pick a name that you know on the track. Just go for it.
Brad Doble.
Yep. Good.
Yep. I can't remember everyone else on the track. Don't want to make the guys in the top 10 too fast.
Give me a number in the top out of 28, and I'll pick the number who finished in the quality section out of that. So we've got Brad Doble as one.
And it's out of 24, not out of 28. Sinker, it was only 24.
Okay.
20.
20. All right. So we'll have a look to see who finished 20th, and it's Brad Doble. So we've got 2 picked already. Viewers, don't go away. All right. We've got Rian Leonage with us at the moment talking about the trainings that we're going to be doing. Give us a bit more feedback on what POD does. It is POD, isn't it?
PDD, Phoenix Driver
PDD,
Development.
yeah. Phoenix Driver Development. You guys also, people can get, from your website, can get setups, they can get subscriptions. How does it all work?
So we run mostly based off the official 13-week season in iRacing. Generally, we do a similar to VRS, sort of a little bit of a data pack with lap file, replay file, and setups for each week as we go through the season. And then we also throw in a few complimentary coaching sessions throughout the season as well. And we still have a couple people on the side as well who get one-on-one stuff with us. One-on-one coaching, private setups. That's an additional cost. So, you pick and choose what you want.
Excellent. So you basically tailor it to the guy's experience, to the guy's level of engagement, what they want to do, what they want to try to achieve, and help them out as much as possible.
Yeah, definitely. And one more thing I remembered is that we recently started doing the legacy car setups as well. So for the 2014 car. So if you want any of that, just send us a message.
Excellent. So people get a hold of you guys through your website?
Through Facebook, Phoenix Driver Development, or you can message either me or Dad on Discord, and we'll redirect you.
Excellent, mate. Excellent.
Just before we let Rehan go, Sinko, I just want to quickly float an idea for you for one of our ways to get a third driver into that training session. If we get the chat to guess what Rehan's race number is before we actually get into the session.
Ooh, okay. Drivers that are in the chat, what number does Rehan drive with? We'll get that going and we'll get that picked, and then we'll have a couple more questions and we'll get some more drivers in there before the race starts. Good luck tonight, mate. Just get Dad to DM me Actually, Dad's in the session. He'll know when someone's got the number right, and he'll let us know.
I know what the number is anyway. I can see it on
Oh, you
screen,
do?
so
All right,
yeah.
excellent. All right, Rian. Good luck, mate. Have fun out there.
Yep, thank you. See you guys later.
Thanks, buddy. Just to speed up the process a little bit as well, to make it a bit easier. Oh, Fitzy's already gotten it, 79.
All right, Fitzy, you're in the session for tomorrow night as well. Keep going. You want to do some more questions?
Yeah, we'll do some more.
You writing the names down?
Yeah, I'll write them down. So we had Brad Doble, we had Blake Fitzpatrick, and whoever P20 was in qualifying. So we'll write them down.
The numbers have dropped off because the drivers are probably going back in, but there's still 50 out there, which is awesome. All right, let's do some more quiz, mate. Do you want one? Let's pick the drivers for tomorrow's session before they all go into the.
Yeah, we'll do that one first. We'll do that one first.
Well, how we go? Look, 3 names that are there that pick the right number. Shane Van der Meulen go into the session. Mark Horton goes into the session.
Okay,
that
there
means
we go.
we have 5 already.
Yep.
And we've got 5 more to give away. People would have watched last night, probably out there. Another question quickly. What car number does my brother use?
Oh, a lot of people actually guessed that last night, so that's actually a really good question.
Yeah. Yep, they picked it instead of for my number. Go for it. They'll give us another 5 out there. You can always look in your Discord, guys, and especially because you're drivers, you'll know what it is.
Exactly right. So we're just waiting for the session to go up. So we will, once we get that up and running, we'll get our visuals back up and running as well. But yes,
Yeah,
put
100%.
into the chat what is Dean Sinkovic's, and specifically Dean Sinkovic's racing number in SRW. Get that into the chat, and you can win yourself a driver session with PDD, Phoenix Driver Developments. Jack Oz is 69.
69. No, this is not correct. You are. That number is close. Just switch it around a bit.
Or 420. That is actually really close. 024 from Stefan McCartan.
Yes, you may come for a driving session with Mr. Ryan Leonard.
We'll limit that question to the one answer. We won't give freebies to other people who back off that answer. So it's just Stefan.
All right, here's another one. For those of you who don't remember, Jack Oz probably knows this one straight away. Hamish's number. Actually, no.
No, don't do my number. Don't do my number. Because
too many people know it already. Yeah. I'm going to go and just pick numbers. All right. How about who came second? Do you follow? How close do you follow the V8 Supercars, Hamish?
Oh, not as closely as I used to in the past, Mr. Sinkovic.
All right. Pick a race and a surely 1912 to commentate is singing.
1912. Elite from Jack.
I'll tell you what. I told you, mate. I'll always leave room for you on the door.
That was fantastic. Oh my god, the session's open as well. So let's load into the session.
Let's load into the session, and we've got to give away a few more. Who do we got? We've got Mark Horton, Van Meulen, McCartan.
I got to add Stefan to the list as well.
Sean Van Meulen and Fitzy as well.
So Stefan.
All right, the session is coming up, so we are not too far, folks. We are not too far at all. And we've got a few more giveaways to give away still too, so don't you dare run away.
We do indeed. Let me think of a question that's going to work well for an SRW audience. Oh, okay. Now this one will be good actually. This one will be good because it'll be relatively easy for them to actually find the answer. What track did we run for round 1 of Supercars in 2024? So you'll have to deep dive back through if you don't know. What was round 1 of Supercars? Doesn't matter if it's Tuesday or Sunday because they run the same track. What was round 1 of 2024?
Which part? Season 1?
Season 1 of 2024. Literally the first race we did of 2024. I'm going to have to open up YouTube and find it myself to get the answer. I'll just open it on my phone quickly and find the answer. There is a quick way to find it. I know what it is. Does anyone else concentrate on what we have on the channel?
We want to get rid of these tickets. Come on, we're going to get rid of these tickets. How many spots we got left?
We've got...
Lucas Smith says Winton.
We've got 4 left. He says Winton. Let me double check what the answer is. I've got to actually bring up the channel so I can find it.
Brad Daly says Long Beach. Steph McCartan says Phillip Island.
I feel like it's not fair if Stefan comments because he's already won. All right. Oh, well, we've had Connor Nixon answer. He said the island.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, so Connor Nixon's on the list.
He is on the list.
Quick.
All right. What was...
How many got left?
We've got 3 left. 3 left to give away.
3 left. Trevor Young.
All right. We'll see who pays attention to Friday Night Double Bubble. What was round 1 of Legends World Challenge this season? See who pays attention. See who pays attention.
Clock is ticking. Gerard Cifuentes says Sonoma.
That's incorrect.
Incorrect. We have a 10-minute warm-up. The boys are all in session. We are on track. Quick, how many got left? 2 or 3?
3, mate. We got 3 left.
3 left, 53 people watching. Come on, giddy up, people. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification, share the screen for everyone else. So everyone else come in and watch it.
Jack Oz doesn't even remember. It was not Winton, Stefan.
Everyone says Winton.
You've already won. He knows. He knows.
All right.
Bella from Sean Benici is correct, although Trevor Youngson also said Detroit as well, but he does not have an iRacing account, so he cannot claim the prize.
Yep.
But we'll give a shout out.
2 more left.
Yep. Oh, well, you know what? Brad Daly also said Bella Isle, so we'll accept that as well for Brad Daly. So we only have 1 left sinker to give away. Sean Benici and Brad Daly will get the training.
What is our final round of the V8 Supercars?
Oh, that's a good question.
What is the final round?
We got your answer, Trevor. Unfortunately, you don't have an iRacing account, so you actually can't take advantage of the prize that we have on offer. So we'll give you a shout out for getting that one correct. Congratulations, you got that one correct. But yes, what is the final round of Supercars this season?
Final round of Supercars this season at SRW.
It happens next week on Tuesday.
Stephen Banks, it is. Was it Road America?
It was Road America. I got it wrong and said it was Road Atlanta yesterday. It is Road America.
It's Road America. Steve, you have got yourself the final spot in the practice session that we have got with PDD tomorrow night. Those boys that Hamish will read out soon will be all there for a killer session with the legends out there. So thank you very much to
Hang on. I've got to add some names to this list. So Travis Daly needs to go on there because Brad's answered for him.
Yep.
So what's that? That is 9. There's one person I'm missing. So we've got Fitzpatrick, Van Miller, Howard,
Banks.
Doble.
Banks.
I've got Banks. I've got McCartney.
Yep.
I've got Nixon. I've got Daly. Benici. Sean Benici. That's right. Sean
Benici. That's it. Yep. All right. So the giveaways aren't over. As the course of this race goes on, we still have a 12-month subscription to give away for SRW, a season subscription to give away, and also our new short racing gloves. So they are an absolute killer bit of kit. We've just received them, and we're going to start promoting them and have them on our web store next week.
Oh, hang on. Sean Benici has a league race tomorrow. Sean, we'll give your training to whoever you pick. Whoever you want to give it to, we'll give it to them. Whoever Sean picks, we'll give his spot to them since he has a league race tomorrow. I think if anyone needs it, it's Sinker, but he doesn't have a rig, so...
No, my rig's not set up, mate. Not set up, not even close. I wouldn't... plus, it would be a waste of intellectual property to have me in there.
So, have we found out who was P20 in qualifying at Sinker?
No, I didn't. Did you?
I'll have a look. What the results were on that session. Sessions. Can I see the results, please? Rushworth was next correct answer. Okay, we'll give it to Andrew Rushworth.
Yep.
We'll give it to Andrew Rushworth.
Cool. I heard Barbs wants to drive a supercar.
Oh.
Did Mark Horton get a spot?
Yeah, you got a spot. Mark's got a spot tomorrow.
He did, yeah.
We'll read the names that he got the spot. So, just to confirm, Brad, do you want the training or do you want to give it to Trav? Because at the moment, the list reads Sean Vandermeulen, Blake Fitzpatrick, Mark Houghton, Brad Doble, Stefan McCartan, Connor Nixon, Stephen Banks, Andrew Rushworth, and then Travis/Brad Daly, whichever one it is. And then whoever qualified P20 in the qualifying tonight. No worries. We'll give it to Trav. Okay.
All right, cool. Well, we'll put that in Discord. All the details will be in Discord, so you guys can have a look at it and go from there and look at the times and everything like that. So we'll do that tonight.
Sean's comment, I should have said someone else. I'm in a battle with Rushworth for GTD championships. I don't know if Supercars training is going to help him very much with the GTD. It might translate, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
It might just do it. It might just do it.
Oh, Jack.
Well, thanks to Laz and Rian. That's it's a great bit of fun for the boys to have and a bit of education on track as well. So Thank you very much to PDD and the team.
Luke Ullman's in the chat as well with us as well. Jack Oz in there saying, I'm tempted to jump back into V8 next season. If it helps sweeten the deal for you, Jack Oz, Will Munro, my father, is thinking about signing up for Tuesdays next season. So if that sweetens the deal for you, then you can sign up and actually race against William. He's never raced against him, Sinker. He's only ever raced against me. He's never raced against me. So that might sweeten the deal for him. I don't know. Make a mobile chicane on track. Well, we love some random events occurring. We really do. We have to think up a question, actually, to give away these gloves, Sinker.
We've got gloves to give away. Yeah. We've got a 12-month subscription to give away. And we've also got the season subscription to give away. So please like, subscribe, share. Get your friends and families out tonight to watch this race, because these boys deserve to be watched. It's going to be an epic race. There's some really fast lads out there, some consistent lads, there's some lads that have been around for a while, and it's Mount Panorama for 80 minutes, which means anything can happen out there, anything. You could destroy that car after you've done, your quick repair, and something could happen again, so anything is possible. It's going to be interesting.
It is going to be incredibly interesting. We've got so many different drivers out there, so many different driving styles in the race here tonight. We're only 4 minutes away from the cars grinning up and we go racing. That's a great question, actually, Jack Oz. Can I use that question for the glove sink? Who said, what Australian circuit did my dad win at in real life? As in my dad, Will Munro. That's a great question. That's a great question. I think you actually know what it is, because I've told you what it is previously. I have mentioned it on broadcast many times.
Many times.
Many times I've mentioned it. I've mentioned it many times. Okay, we'll use that question for the gloves when we get around to asking it to give away the gloves.
How are people going to find the information out?
Well, there's only so many Australian tracks, Sinker. One of them's eventually going to get it. But but in saying that, if they have been watching SRW, we have been to that track before, and I have mentioned it on broadcast when we've been there. So
been there a few times.
Yeah, we have. Now what we'll do is,
a bit of gloss out there. Tell you what, the boys are already firing up. Leonard's has already done a 2:04.859 last lap, so this is going to be a big one. What are we talking out there, safety cars viewers? We're going to have 1, 2, 3. How many we're going to have dodging cars at Wank Garage Show?
Phenomenal top tier comment there, Pato. I love it. That's fantastic. I'll tell you what. We'll give them all plenty of time to answer the question. We'll ask the question now. Whoever gets it first, obviously, wins the gloves. What track did my father, Will Munro, win a race at in real life in Australia? It is an Australian circuit. We have mentioned it on broadcast before. So think about what Australian circuits there are. Where did he ever win? And you have to know your SRW or Vets knowledge to know this, because it's the only places I've ever said it. Where did he win in real life? And you'll get a new set of gloves thanks to SRW. Matty Parker got it straight away.
Matty Parker got it?
He got it straight away. He said Winton. He got it straight away. Congratulations,
well done,
Matty.
Matty Parker. Matty, I'll reach out to you after the show, and I'll get your delivery details, and I'll send you a size chart so you can get your gloves fitted for you and have them sent to you.
That was the quickest giveaway we've ever done.
Yeah, that was a big giveaway. So, Matty Parker has won himself a pair of the brand new SRW sim racing gloves. A great bit of kit. Hope with some feedback. Oh, cow, he's in the wall.
Your mic's just changed over there, Sinker, as we get to the end of practice. About a minute left. Matty Parker with the biggest mic drop in history. Yeah, it went to your laptop mic. Can you just talk for a second?
I'll just check it, mate.
It's fixed. It's been fixed now. It's auto-fixed itself. That's good.
Cool.
All right. We've got about 60 seconds until race start. I'm going to quickly go run a drink to get myself hydrated before this race. I will not be too far away.
You go do that thing, mate. There's a lot of stuff we need to talk about as well that is coming up I'll call past. Yeah, we're not too far from each other, that's for sure. We have got a fantastic race, which we're going to talk about tonight as well when we get a chance. And Hamish, when he's back, he might post it up on the screen. We probably won't get a chance to do that before the race starts itself. But we have in 2 weeks the Australian Open Wheel Nationals, which is SRW versus the fastest guys at Gentleman Sim Racing Club. So the top 40 drivers will be racing in a mega race on a Wednesday night in the coming weeks, 18th of September. It'll be Hamish producing the session with one of the broadcasters from Gentleman Sim Racing, with our own Brad Hutto, the technical whiz of the Formula Superlight, and me running the pits and a bit of jargon here and there, keeping everyone entertained. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be the first Open Wheel National Final. We will expand that in the coming seasons, that's for sure. The boys are starting the grid up, and we have 24 on grid, which is awesome to see at this spectacular venue. And not just 24 drivers, but 24 very fast drivers. There's some really speedy boys out there. Visma has joined the session, as we thought we'd missed the top 10 shootout, and he's there in the bottom. Can only hydrate using wild boar.
That's a way to hydrate before passing out. But one thing we do not want to pass out on is the starting grid for this race, Sinker. Rehan Leonard will start pole position for Phoenix Racing Team ahead of Dylan Gray out of P2 at DK Motorsport. Connor Nixon and Harry Dodds will make up the second row of the group, with Ty Delaney and Scott Gamble on the third row. Blake Fitzpatrick, Sho Kanatake make up the fourth, with Brad Doble and Troy Stonestreet making up the top 10. Jamie Dyke, Andrew Cowan will start in behind them, with Will Brown, Travis Daly, David Coleman making up the top 15. John Gallen, Tim Mulford, Mark Out make up the top 18 cars. Stacey Boyd in P19, P20, the winner of the training tomorrow night, Peter Pavlovic, has won the training with Phoenix Driver Development. So Peter Pavlovic is the other name to go on that list. Shane Randall, Bruce Tannock will start in behind, with Chris Burridge and Anthony Visma at the back end of the field for 24 starters here tonight.
Looking good. Looking very good. Barbs is going through and giving everyone their final race briefing. My camera, the second camera, is on Mr. Dyke. So we'll have Dykey sitting in 11th place, which is not somewhere we usually see him sitting at, but he'll be there. Try to work his way through. He's got in front of him Stonestreet, Doble, Kanataka, Fitzpatrick, Gamble, Delaney, Dodds, Nixon, Gray, Leonard. This is looking really, really good, mate.
It is, mate. Trevor Youngson's asking what does he win because he got a question right, or does he get nothing? Well, the problem is, Trev, you can't win the training because you don't have iRacing or a computer. You can't take advantage of the training. You didn't win the gloves, which is probably the only thing you could have actually won out of us, because we can't really give you a free season or a free year because you don't have iRacing or an SRW registration. So
I'd keep trying, mate. My suggestion is get a paper round and start saving some money and get yourself a rig and start practicing, mate.
He's going to be working a paper round for about 3 years before he can afford a PC off a paper round wage.
Start doing some lawns, washing some cars, you know.
That's it.
Looking after the neighbours' dogs, all that sort of stuff. There's plenty of ways to make money these days.
Sure.
The odds on crashing tonight.
I think fairly good, as lights are going to go up. We're going to go racing. Jack Oswin, my respect. Lights are up in the session at the moment, and we go for the Bathurst Enduro for Sunday nights. Leonard's rockets off the line as they all come down towards turn number 1. Gray slots into P2. Nixon in behind, with Dodds and Gamble and Delaney and Kanatake and Fitzpatrick and Doble and Stonestreet coming in tow with the rest of the field. And Stonestreet's already on the move up the straight as he looks to get a move done on Brad Doble down towards turn 2.
Tell you what, very, very fast takeoff. Everyone got off really, really clean. A few wide, 2 wides coming through, but everyone settled straight into a single file as they're coming up mountain for the first time. It's a long race, so there's no need taking some risks out there.
Mate, it is a long, long race, and Nixon looks loose at the top end. A massive
Very
slide.
loose. I thought that was all over then.
Well, I thought possibly too, as we come up across the top towards the grate. Cloud 40 in the chat, giving a shout out to Go Blake. Dave Baldock joined us in the chat. I have iRacing, I like gloves. Elite comment from Baldock. Down through the S's now and towards the dipper as the front end of the field comes through. What a shot that is.
If I knew who he was, I'd probably say that they used to cost $2 in the toilets at the pub.
Dave Baldock is a living legend of the vets community, Sinker. I will take no mispronunciation, no shit talking of Dave Baldock. We'll say that.
Don't swear, man.
It's 8:30 on a Sunday night. I could have said a lot worse.
Dykey's putting some pressure on the back of Doble. I tell you what, he's tired of
You
him.
need to get your stream back up and running, Sinker, just quickly. As we can see, Dykey and Doble battling it out in towards the chase.
What was that?
I said Doble and Dykey battling it out in towards the chase, but you got to get your stream up and running again so I can get the double screen going. That's all good. We can get it going as they come through. How many blown engines tonight? Asked Jack Anderson. Ooh, that's a good question. We didn't see any. As Ben Anthony's in the chat with us, how long is this race? An hour and 20 minutes, Ben. Hour and 20 minutes. So it is a long one for sure. Stint a bit for these drivers. 80 minutes or an hour and 20. As Leonard leads the way at the moment up in towards turn 2. And
yeah, he's got 5/10 on Dylan Gray.
He is pushing hard early on here as Rehan.
Nixon 2/10, Harry Dodd 4, Gamble 2, Delaney 2. So they're very tight across the top of the mountain.
As they rocket on up through Simon Park, you can see Nixon all over Dylan Gray up towards the grate. So he's putting pressure on him early on here, Sinker. He's not giving the young buck any reprieve at the moment.
Not at all, mate. Not at all. But you know what? It's tight everywhere. The whole timing tower is all orange and yellows. Very, very close everywhere, and everyone's driving really well. No one's doing anything stupid. It's still the first 2 laps, so we don't expect anything dumb at the moment.
There's only a couple of gaps out to above a second at the moment. As we come through Forest Elbow and down Conrod Straight once again. It's been an electric start for Anthony Visma at the back of the field. He's already up 2 spots at the moment. Pavlovic, unfortunately, he's down 3. Might have gotten a little bit overzealous when he heard that he won the training. Immediately gave up 3 spots on the grid. As he continues on forward. Tannick and Randall, they're both up 1 as well. Oh my God, Dykey is a freak sometimes, isn't he? He just sends it.
He makes it stick, doesn't he? Look, he's gonna. We know where his pace is at. We know he's consistent. We know he's a good driver. So I'm expecting him to claw his way up, and he'll have strategy in the back of his mind as well. So he'll do well. We've got Ty Delaney sitting. He's got 1 spot down on Gamble. Gamble's taken him through the last few corners. So the top 4 have not changed position at all.
A comment out there from Jai Schultz. Money's on Dodds to blow a motor first. I love Doddsy. Oh, we'll see if Doddsy blows in. We didn't have any engine blowouts last night. Now, there was a car that needed a tow at the top of the mountain. So that's what happens. Trevor Young's in the chat. I feel so sad. What is the point of answering questions now? For the fun of answering questions. That's the fun of it. I mean,
Look,
we can only give away what we can give away. We can't just magically give away a rig.
Trevor, you're 11 years old, mate. You got a lot of disappointments ahead of you, mate. So don't take this one as one of the worst ones.
This is not a downtime, I promise you. All barbs, no incident points yet. Who gets the first incident point of the race? Ooh. Oh, it's Connor Nixon. He's just had an off track, so that answers that question.
Barbs is in here because he's had nothing to do so far. No one's called anything in yet. Oh, there we go.
Luke Ullman agrees to be Gamble for the win tonight. So we'll see how he does in his first race back from his Central Australia trip in the off-season.
Actually, we've given away some gloves. Barbs, we want to give away a 12-month subscription. come up with a question for us. How's that?
Give us a question, Barbs, to give away a season subscription.
12 months of racing in SRW. That's
Is that starting from January, Sinker, or is that starting from
January?
Okay.
Starting from January. Yep.
So that means anyone who has a free season next season could have a free ride for 5 seasons going forward. That's massive. That's $40 worth of racing. Well, technically $50 worth because the year subscription gets you a free season anyway. Technically, it's $50 free in terms of racing in SRW.
I love the way I love the way the viewers are taking the piss out of each other. This is awesome.
I love it. It's fantastic. He's thinking of a question for us. The Goldman Vets driver shouldn't race. You make them too fast for me. Come and race with us, Luke. You got some pace. Saw it firsthand last season. He finished P10 in his first season in Split 2, Sinker. That's insane.
Who's that?
Luke Oldman finished in the top 10 in the Split 2 field last season. It's incredible.
I tell you what, mate. This Harry Dodds, Gamble, Ty Delaney, and Show, they're 2 to 3 tenths apart, mate. They're putting on an absolute mixer. Connor Nixon is looking at Dylan Gray with a tenth between them, so he's getting very, very close to passing there.
Well, we're sorry that you're angry, Trevor. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Stacey Boyd got passed by Visma up here at turn 2, but he, in fact, actually ran it wide and nicked the wall at the front of his Nova Sim Sports car.
He's lucky.
He's very lucky.
That could have been an impact on that front left. We've seen the front of those cars just get destroyed lately since that's all changed.
Anything in the chat? Baldock and Split 4 next season of Vets? I'm not sure. Split reveal will be on Thursday, so we'll find out where Baldock lies for Vets next season. As Rian Leonard currently leads the field with 1.2 seconds. He is sending it, and Nixon he has not, he sent it on him at the inside. He's got the job done. Gray lets him have it. Smart move there from Gray. Oh, that's a great move. That's a great move from Connor there. He did very well.
He's got a bit of air then.
Sorry, Trevor. You're banned now. Shouldn't have done that.
What did he do?
He's sworn in the chat at another person in the chat. He's swearing them out now.
Trevor, you can't do that, mate.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm going to the appearance. Okay. Dylan Gray has now moved down 1 place with Connor Nixon on the chase. The difference in the lap speed at the moment in the top 3 is not that much. Leonard's last lap was a 2:05.331. Nixon's was a 2:05.467, which resulted in the pass over Dylan Gray. So the laps are very, very close. The biggest mover so far is Anthony Visma up 5 places. And then you'll have Dikey up 2 and Bruce Tannock up 2. Bruce is working his way from the back of the pack.
Sean Vanderbilt in the chat saying Rehan or Nixon for the win. Barb's in the chat, including drivers who have not scored / race. How many drivers are currently... Oh, that's a good question, actually. I like Barb's question on that one there, Sinker.
How many drivers
are currently registered for SRW V8 Supercars Sunday Season 3 2024? That's a great question. Get the answers into the chat.
Oh, Barbs knows the answer. Barbs will tell us when you get it.
He'll know the answer.
Is this for the 12-month or is this for the 1 month?
This is for the 12-month. That's a tough question for the 12-month. I rate it. I rate it for a question. That's great.
All right, back to the action. We've got on screen Jack Oz has got 41. Barbs will tell us when it's right. We don't even know. I can't even look at it. 70 watching. Thank you for sharing and coming out on a Sunday night with the people. Please like, subscribe, and share the broadcast. Hit the notification button so you know when you're coming back. And join us. There's still some more giveaways tonight, so we're going to have a lot of fun before the show's through. We are now in the 10-minute mark. Boys are flying out the front. 2:04s, 2:05s. We are seeing the times pretty much coming back to what they were last night as well, mate.
Yeah, they are. So it's good bit of race pace from this field. Boyd had a bit of an incident down at the S's, and that car was already poorly from the contact through turn 2, and it's only going to feel even worse now off the back of that one.
He's doing a 3-point turn like me.
We're getting a heap of answers in the chat for this one. We don't even know the answers. It's going to be up to Barbs to reveal it. But we've had...
message me a messenger so I know what the...
We've had 35, 25, 41, 54, 38, 36, 39, 56, 43, 29. Should make him race the 2009 VS Supercars. He'd still be quick with Rehan in that car. Sean Beach with 18. Angus Lawford 44.
That's not a bad idea, eh? Have a race, and the fastest top 10 drivers drives the Legacy, and everyone drives everything else.
Angus Lawford got it.
Winner.
We do.
Angus Lawford is correct. 44.
Congratulations.
Well done, Angus. You have won yourself a 12-month subscription of racing at Sim Racing World. That is sensational.
Starting in January of 2025.
Yeah, starting in January, so you get the full 12 months for next year, which is not too far away, mate. It's a Chrissy present. And you know what? You can always pay for a subscription for this season, get used to it, and have a bit of fun.
Or get our next trivia question coming later in the piece to get the season 4 subscription for free. No?
And then off you go.
Off you go. You're ready to come racing with us directly next season. Oh, fantastic. Unbelievable stuff. As we get into the meat and potatoes of this race thus far, ladies and gentlemen, we are 12 and a half minutes into proceedings. Lap 6 at the moment. Leonage is not too far away from starting lap 7. And he is 2 seconds.
My camera on Mr. Visma, who's got Mark Horton and Bruce Tannock chasing him.
Visma is racing like an absolute alien at the back end of the field, 6 positions up from where he started. The field at the moment as it stands, Rehan Leonage, Connor Nixon, Dylan Gray, that's the top 3 at the moment. Scott Gamble, Harry Dodds in the top 5. Delaney, Kanatake, Fitzpatrick, Dyke and Stone Street make up the 10. Then it's Doble, Cowan, Daly, Coleman, Brown making up the 15. Mulford, Gallen, Visma, Houghton, Tannick, Burridge, Pavlovic, Randall and Boyd makes up the rest of the field. Oh, Angus has already paid for next season, so that is perfect. You'll already be registered. So that means all you've literally got to do is rock up the next season or for the next year after that.
Cool. You've got your next 12 months booked.
All ready to go. The next 15 months. Yeah, next 15 months.
That's well done. And all I want you to do is just have a shitload of fun. That's what it's about.
That's what we want, mate. That's what we want. Yeah. So you get access to every single series that we offer for all of 2025.
Anything you want.
Anything you want. So
when you get a subscription at SRW, you can race any night of the week, anything you want. The only thing you can't do, if a pro driver can't race on a Tuesday night, that's Pro-Am and Am. But apart from that, you can race anything you want. A lot of fun to be had.
And if you want to just try out SRW, get a feel for some of the competitors in the league. You want to get a bit of a free taste, then you can come race Legends with us on Friday nights for the free series. All you got to be is a registered driver, and you can get a taste for it and decide, do I want to commit to paying $10 for the next season or $30 for the next 12 months? Come race in what else we offer, including Supercars, Super Formula Lights, and GO86s as well. So that's all on offer for you for the next 12 months.
You add me an email, and I'll give you a code to put down beside your name for your registration for the 12-month pass. So you've got that, mate. So, yeah, congratulations. All right, we are at the 15-minute mark of an 80-minute race.
I think it's already winning and SRW hasn't started yet. I'm loving the chats tonight, guys. You guys are absolutely making my Sunday night spectacular. Not just the racing sinker, but the engagement in the chat, 70. Oh, we went from 70 to 68. We didn't even get 69 viewers off that viewer change. I'm disappointed. But
it drops like crazy, man. It went from 70 to 60 before.
Yeah.
It's going up and down like crazy. But you know what? If you're someone out there you want to see, someone out there following, let us know, because we switch cameras around. We've got the racing going on at the back of the Harry Dodds. Doddsy has got pressure from Ty Delaney and Sho Kanataka. So putting a lot of pressure across there. So let's keep watching and go for it.
Just to confirm from McLeod40 in the chat, it's a hell of a deal. It's $10 per season, all cars included. So you pay your $10, you can race in every single series we offer. Unless you're a pro driver, then you can't race in both Supercars series, but You can race on Supercars Tuesday, Wednesday Super Formulas, Thursday 8-6, Friday Legend, Sunday Supercars. If you're not a pro, then you can't race on Tuesday, but or if you're a pro, you can't race on Tuesday, but you can race in all 5.
Yeah. And everything is broadcast, everything's live RC, so you get the benefit of all that as well.
Apart from Legends. Legends is post-race review, but that's because it's a Friday night fun deal. Everything else is live RC. But Legends is also broadcasted as well, so you get a broadcast for everything. And those races, Singo, I don't know if you've caught any of the actions this season.
I have, mate.
They have caught. I want you to race next season when you get your rig back up and running.
Look at that!
Oh my
God!
God!
Delaney are having a great old scrap.
So is Gamble and Gray here up ahead of them. I'm going to go a bit further back on my screen, back to Daly and Cowan, former teammates, battling it out here for P12 on the road. And down into the chase. They're still battling it out. If you want to check it out, McLeod, then the website link is in the description, www.simracingworld.com.au. That is www.simracingworld.com.au. Or you can find it in the description down below. And you can follow that link and register and subscribe.
Go to the Go Racing tab, and that'll take you to the driver registration and the subscriptions. Mate, Harry Dodds and Braj and Cowie nearly side by side. Here we go.
Yep. Daly and Cowan up the hill. It's a drag race up towards turn 2. I want to go on board with Coleman here. I want to see what this looks like from his point of view, because look at them. They are side by side, Sinker, into turn 2. They're not giving up anything through here. Cowan forced a little bit wide by Trav. Coleman's now going to try and pounce on him and take advantage up the outside line. Now they're too wide through here. How are they getting through this section of circuit together? Oh my God.
Nice driving by both there. Very nice driving. Coleman's not finished here, but Coleman's also brought Will Brown into this as well now. Brownie's getting into the action too.
Brownie is wanting to get all over this battle. So this is now released Trav Daly for a momentary little lapse of attack from Cowan. He's been able to move up forward.
Bit of history in the bottom screen. We've had Doddsy and young Ty have been up and around each other all year this year, and having a great bit of battles all the way through the seasons. And it's good to see them going for it again. Ant, good morning to you as well, mate.
Great to have you with us. Simon Hayes in the chat as well. Oh, Simon. Oh, always a pleasure.
Delaney's having a sniff.
Oh, my God. These battles
putting pressure on.
These are insane at the moment. These guys are fighting hell for leather all over this place. A bit further back, Visma is now chasing down Tim Mulford as well for P16 on the road. Everyone else is spread out just a little bit throughout the field, but that's the nature of this place. You start to spread, then you come back together at the end of the race once everything's all been calculated.
Coming up to the
lap.
Lap started
around about lap 12.
Night,
yeah.
Like lap 12 to 15, yes.
One thing we also learnt last night as well, Gamble is P3 as well. I will admit to that one. He is P3 at the moment. As we can see here, Brown, Coleman and Cowan continue their battle. Delaney and Dodds are intensifying with Sho Kanatake in behind them up into turn 2. Oh, Kanatake looks to sneak it up the inside on Ty. Can't quite get there though. Look at this, too wide for Coleman and Cowan. In behind, Brown is locked right onto the back of the PSR machine. He's going to try and sink up the inside of Cap. Oh, a little bit of netco between them. Forces the wiggle. Bit of a wiggle for Brown. It's now a 5-pack battle with Visma and with Mulford as well.
Tell you what, this pack here we've got on the main screen is getting more and more cars are falling onto the back of it because of the fighting that's going on, and it's getting more and more crazy. That was some great driving there from Coleman. He just snuck that through by a nose.
He somehow kept it clean. There was a little bit of netcode between them, but it only caused a little wiggle on Coleman's Fishy Motorsport machine. Dodds has now started to check out a little bit from Ty Delaney, but Visma and Mulford are now right on Will Brown and Cowan and Coleman as well. Steph McCollum in chat, Sinker is the new Oprah. You get it, you get it, you get it.
Is that for my giveaway?
That's for the giveaways.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, Visma Bismarck's jumped on the back of these boys and tagged along. He's done some great driving, mate. He's got up 7 places. So he's putting a lot of pressure on, sniffing through left and right mirrors there, putting the boys under pressure. Cowie doesn't want to give up this spot. He's going for it.
He does. He wants to continue fighting with Coleman. Coleman just wants to run away. Flask in hand and car at full pace ahead of Andrew Cowan at the moment. This has now allowed Trav Daly just to check out a little bit from these boys as Mulford brings it in for an early stop.
That's one in.
He is.
Lap 11, he's triggered the pit stops.
So
Stacey Boyd did as well, but I think Stacey Boyd's got damage.
One thing we learned last night as well, Cinco, was even with the safety car, they still needed the 2 stops to get home. There was no one who could 1-stop him.
Yeah,
I think tonight, especially with the up pace of the field, if we were to stay green, we'd probably go a lap longer. I think they're really going to need 2 or 3 safety cars if they have a hope in hell of getting a single stop in.
Yeah, correct. These viewers are dropping off. The action's getting hotter. Don't go away. Don't disappear. Like, subscribe. Let your people know. We've still got more giveaways.
We got Scotty.
You get one. You get one. You get one.
On board now with Scotty Gamble.
Jenny Craig.
Scotty Gamble across the top of the mountain. He now finds himself P3 on the road center. He's now dispatched of both Dylan Gray and Harry Dodds and looks to chase down Drop Air Motorsports Connor Nixon at the moment. Rian Lienage has only been able to build about a 2.2 second gap, so we have to surmise this is fuel saving mode for Rian Lienage at the moment. So he's going to try and push the limits of this fuel load to its absolute maximum here tonight. We'll see if Connor's going to do the same.
The boys have they've done really well to keep up to him. They're only 2 seconds ahead. Gamble's 2 seconds behind that. So they're being conservative with their fuel loads and the way they're pushing, but he hasn't disappeared up the hill, that's for sure.
No, he hasn't, and that's what makes me think he is fuel saving at this stage. Dylan Gray is starting to catch back up now to Scotty Gamble back in the tow on the 959 machine of 95 Sim Sports. Sean, step out here throwing zingers. Oh, that's what she does best. She does it in the comms box. She does it in the chat as well. You love to see it. I bet she does it in the race chat as well on the Thursday night.
Oh, she'd be a feisty one in the race chat.
She really would. There'd be a comms warning every single week for Steph, I'm sure.
Internal comms warnings at the Apex team for Steph.
Yep. All you hear is, Andrew races on Thursdays in another league, but if he was in there, he'd just be hitting her with that comms warning for Steph McCauley. Mark Houghton's in the pit lane as well. So Mark Houghton's in. Delaney and Dodds down at turn 2. That battle's starting to heat up.
He's going to make it out wide. He's pulled out.
Oh, my God. How are these guys battling like this?
He is
in pit lane.
Well, triggering. We're at lap 12, so we're going to see a few people coming in between now and lap 15. That's what we saw on Tuesday night's race.
They continue on through, up through Solomon Park. Dodds, Delaney and Kanatake. Some of our youngest drivers in the field battling it out. They got Dykey lurking in the background. You can just see him coming. You just got him at the end of that camera cut there. He's absolutely sending it to get onto the back of this little battle pack and make a little fatal four-way for us.
He's 2.5 seconds, but he's slowly catching them. His lap pace is 2:05.73. The boys in front of him are doing 2:06.1s. So he's got about 3/10. He's catching them through there. So it won't be long before he's right on the back of them.
Yeah, the battling is definitely hurting these guys in terms of giving up time ahead and behind. But Dykey's pace is not helping that factor either. We know he's got some pace in the supercar. He's the defending champion for a reason. He's not going to back that up this season. But will it be a fishy 2 in a row for the championship? Delaney wants to make it. 2 wide into the chase now. Dodds holds position. Delaney out on the outside as they come on through. Kanatake's trying to sneak through as well on Dodds and follow Delaney through to continue this little triple threat action. Delaney's got the move done. Dodds now under pressure from Sho Kanatake in the final corner. He can't get it done. Dodds remains at this stage in behind Ty Delaney, but wants to send it at turn 1. It's not over just yet.
Brakes. Oh, that was so close.
It was.
Dykey got about 4/10 in that exchange, so he's coming right up the back of them.
Yeah, the battle is helping his hopes in chasing these guys down. And what Ty Delaney's going to hope for is Dykey's going to put pressure on both of them, so all of a sudden Ty can run away. As Kanatake sends it up the inside at turn 2, Dodds gives him plenty of room. Show Kanatake, take a bow, sir. That's a hell of a move, but Dodds is not going to give it up, and then he just so easily takes it back into the cutting. Oh my God, what a battle on our hands at the moment, Sinker. This is awesome racing.
Oh, it's sensational. The boys are really putting everything on the line. Taking a bit of risk too, which is really strange to see at this point on the track too. So it's interesting to see how much life they're going to take out of their tyres here. We've only got a 1 tyre change tonight, so they'll probably go for 2 pits, but a 1 tyre change. I've got the camera focusing down. I was focusing on a battle between Will Brown, John Gallen, and Bruce Tannock, but that's and Cowan, but that's changed a little bit. I think Cowan must have had an off track.
Yes, he has indeed. So we'll get our eyes on that one, of course, of what happened with him. Mark Houghton has also had an off track as well. This is what happened to Andrew Cowan. So he had Visma come up his inside. Was there contact between them? Oh, he's just locked it up. So he wanted to give him a heap of room, and just didn't want to turn across his nose.
He lost a couple of spots out of that too.
And this was Houghton at the same corner for Houghton. Yeah, just running it a little bit too wide on exit, and that's what's cost him a little bit of time. Oh no, Harry Dodds has had an off track in that corner as well.
Oh, here comes Dykey. He's going to take him here.
He's got him.
He is under brakes. He was waiting for something to go on.
That's not what I meant to do. Oh no, that's the wrong battle again. That's great.
Focus. It's a long race. Focus. Here comes Mr. Dyke. He is got 1 second off back as Sho Kanataka. And we did say he was going to slowly catch up and join this battle, and he has now.
The mistake from Dodds has allowed Dykey to get back into this battle now as Delaney starts to run away from Sho Kanatake. This is what happened to Dodds down at the chasing, because this is 3 cars in a row this has happened to. Cowan, Houghton, and then Dodds. So he went to turn in. It over-rotated slightly, and he just had to save it by going across the grass. Unfortunate for Dodds. A lot of racing left to go, though. No random safety car, Vargs.
No random safety car.
No. It is incident dependent. So if we get an incident and someone is parked on the road, 9 times out of 10 will happen if they are in a poor spot.
We're waiting for the safe. We're waiting for the pits to hit. There'll be a group of guys that are going to hit it the next lap or so.
Look, I'm going to judge Sho is a fast driver. Done a lot of officials with him, or with Sho. Yeah, he, Sho is quick out there, of course. Fresh to SRW, only been here since Sandown. Really interested to see how they can do in the future with SRW with us as well, and see how much more comfortable they get amongst this field. I know that Sho maybe was either a little bit of nerves or might just struggle with English a little bit for the interviews, but that'll get better as well with time, and who knows, maybe Sho Kanatake will become one of our mainstays in the Pro Series on Sunday night, Sinker.
This is true. Very true. I've got the bottom screen. I've changed it down to Dykey and Dodds. Dodds is putting a lot of pressure on Dyke at the moment. He wants that spot back.
Yeah, he does. He's not going to give this up anytime soon. What a story it would be, Sinker. They're both in. So I reckon I reckon he's covering Dykey here. He's coming in with him because they both want to be able to try and undercut Sho. So,
didn't he do a speeding in the pits last time?
He did. Yeah. I think that was early season when he last raced. He copped the speeding in pits, and that was all over Red Rover. What a story it would be, Sinker. So obviously Dykey won this championship last season. What a story it would be is if Ty, the youngest driver one of the youngest drivers in our field from the same team as Dykey, were to make it a back-to-back championship for Fishy Motorsports and to win his first ever championship here in SRW on Sunday nights after taking his first win this season in sim racing in a league race format.
Yeah, would be very good. Dykey's out. He's come out in front of the boys that
well
have
ahead of Doddsy. What has happened to Dodds in that stop?
I'm not sure, but Doddsy was in there for 20 seconds. Did Doddsy take tyres for that?
I doubt it. I doubt he would have, unless he forgot to untick them.
Yeah.
That might have been a mistake.
Maybe he had a bit of damage from his off tracks.
Maybe, yeah.
That he's look at that side by side on the bottom screen. I just missed that.
This battle you're speaking of here, Peter Pavlovic and Andrew Cowan.
Yes, Cowie. Having a great little ding-dong.
I thought Pav was going into the wall. There it is, in the wall at the top of the mountain. And going slow up across the grate. What a Pavlovic. I thought he'd run it too wide up through Salmon Park. And he did again on the run back through. Oh,
Viewers,
my
just
God.
tell me if Hamish's mic is flickering, because it was just a few seconds then.
Was it?
Yeah, Greg Barber said that both took tyres then.
Oh, okay. Very interesting.
Both tyres, yes. So they got the last hit. If they do another pit, they will have new tyres to go to the end.
They won't. I'm just going to quickly put a replay on that
Delaney
moment
and
with Peter.
Ray are pits.
Very good. I'm just going to get a replay up of Pav.
See how they go.
So this was Pavlovic. This was Cowan coming past. He snuck it up the inside. Oh, Pav just was on the wide line.
He's just rear ends has just ripped the wall a bit as well.
Yeah.
So I've got to the pits with Delaney and Gray. Let's see how Dykey comes around. He's the first one out of the top 10 that's pitted.
He's stuck in behind Pav at the moment. I'm going to take this free little second while we are on the pit stop just to quickly change the batteries in my microphone for a second. So just keep him updated,
Dykey's
Sinko.
coming around the corner. All the boys are still on. Still on. Out comes Dylan Gray now. So Dykey's got the undercut working here. Done really, really well. Let's see how many seconds he's got on him. Great bit of pace there by them. Oh boy, here we go. He's going to have a look on the inside. He's got him under brakes. He's going to keep it clean. Well done. Good driving there. Gallen didn't really... Was it Gallen? No, it wasn't. It was Peter Pav didn't really fight that much. He's a smart boy. He'll jump on the back of that. Dykey's got fresh tyres. We've got to pull away from him here. Little Fish is got behind Dyke, and he is...
we are back, Sinko.
He's looking at about... There's a fair bit of time there Dyke's made by that early pit stop.
Yeah,
He's got himself
so
to 15.
what I think Dykey might be hoping for now is either a safety car to save that fuel level, as Leonage is now in the lane, because he's taken a significant amount of fuel less than the other drivers. He's gone 6 seconds less than the average in the field at the moment. Dylan Gray's was exceptionally long. It was 30 seconds.
Yeah.
He's taken a substantial amount of fuel on that stop, as all the top 5 are now in. Oh, I'm getting the hiccups. Top 6
Here we
now
go.
on the lane. We expect Daly to come in. He does. John Gallen and Will Brown battling in through the chase now. Maybe a little bit of touch and go between them. Visma's in as well. Does Gallen come in too? Does Brown follow him in as well? He's in. Brown stays out. Tannick keeps going. Oh, Tannick follows him in as well. So Will Brown continues on for another lap. Maybe a little fuel saving from the Phoenix Racing Team driver.
Have a look at this. This is going to be very, very interesting. How's Dyke going to come around the outside here? And where is he going to come around?
Gamble, importantly, has just come out of the lane
Here he
ahead of
comes now.
Rehan Leonage, Sinker.
Yep.
So Gamble's come out. He did a 16-second stop. Leonage did a 29.82.
Oh, this has mixed it up a little bit,
So
hasn't it?
right now,
Cowan
Andrew
stayed out
Cowan needs
too.
so Cowan needs a stop. Brown needs a stop. So they've come out. Scott Gamble's provisional P1, Leonage P2, Dykey's provisional P3, Nixon P4, and then Gray P5. So maybe they're hoping taking this track position is going to help them leading into the rest of this race.
Tell you what, some strategies going here. There's a little bit of different things going on. Dykey's looks like he's gone for a fresh tyre and a little bit less fuel. Gamble's done the same thing as Dyke. Gamble's come in with a 16.38 on the trestles, on the jacks, and Dykey's gone a little bit less, 14.68. So they're pretty much on a similar strategy.
I have to wonder if Gamble's taken tyres as well. But the problem now is he's stuck in behind Will Brown, who will be holding him up like no end to try and allow Rehan Leonage to get up onto the back of Gamble, as they are in a battle for the lead of this race. Gamble, though, is all over Will Brown at the moment as they come down Conrod Straight. There is nothing between them at this stage in time. And the battle's going to continue on. Gamble wants it up the inside. As we can see here on board, it's a drag race down towards the chase. Gamble's just ahead of Brown into the braking zone. Who's going to brake later between them? Gamble on the outside line. He's got that well and truly done. Sinker, Brown let him have it.
Yeah, very, very much so. It's a bit hard to tell from the cockpit view, but you can see it all. And he just out of nowhere comes. There's where Brown goes in for the.
That's thanks to the Bathurst 1000 camera choice that automatically goes to roll bar around the lap. So that's unfortunate, but Brown and Cowan are in, so positions will now get reset to what they should be. Oh, it's an interesting strategy from some of them. Is Leonage going for the one stop?
Very, very. There's so much going on at the moment. There's so many different mindsets, so many different strategies going on. Fresh tyres against cold tyres. Jamie Dyke at the bottom screen has got Connor Nixon putting the pressure on. Nixon is 3/10, nearly 4/10 behind at this point. He lapped 2 laps later than Jamie. He's got more fuel on board because he's there for 30 seconds, which posted Dyke's 14. Dyke's got the warmer tyres, lighter car. There he goes.
We'll have to see how the battle progresses between them. Scott Gamble is in the lead. And then it comes up through Salmon Park. In behind is Rehan Leonage, who chases him down. And then in behind them is the battle on the bottom screen of Jamie Dyke and Connor Nixon in behind them. Yep.
Jamie's going to, at some point, going to let him get past. And Jamie's just going to sit behind him and fuel save and just get Connor to do all the hard work for him.
Yeah, he might try and force Connor to heat those tyres up a little bit too much as well. Maybe force a mistake. As Gray leads Harry Dodds down the S's now. They're not too far behind this battle of Nixon and Dyke. In behind them is Anthony
Dodds has done really good for the pit strategies. He's come out in front of Ty Delaney. Ty Delaney was up there for 28.32 on the hoist. And Doddsy was only up there for 20 seconds. So Doddsy has gone for a lighter fuel strat as well.
Here is Ty. He's still in that battle with Kanatake. Coleman is now getting involved as well. Fitzpatrick's a little bit further back from this battle on board with Ty now down Conrod Straight up towards the chase. You can see Nixon and Dyke on the bottom screen. Maximum pressure being applied on Jamie Dyke right now by Connor Nixon as they come into the braking zone at the bottom of the hill. And Delaney survives for another lap. We're coming up to the halfway point. We've got to give away this this free season. Have we thought of a question just yet?
We've got 55 viewers out there. Yeah. Barb's is going to give us a question, but he
gave us one before to give away the free.
He gave us one before.
Yeah.
All right, we'll need another one.
We do. I'll think of another question in the next minute and a bit. I'll think of another question in a bit. So.
Okay, here we go. Here we go, I've got one. Our Warren and Brown Tools, our partner for the V8 Supercars series, both Tuesday night and Thursday nights, are an Australian company. Started back in the days with Repco. They actually worked on Jack Brabham's cars and all that sort of stuff. How many years old is Warren and Brown Tools?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know the answer. I'm sure you do, Cinco. As Nixon has now gotten past Dyke at the top of the hill. So Dyke was took back in behind him now. Let him tow him along for a little bit. Billy Moll in the chat. I'm going to run Tuesday and Sunday next season. Want to try and get more competitive. Well, Billy, we cannot wait to see you in the Sunday field because not only on name factor alone, but the fact that you have been a rising star on the Tuesday nights.
Incorrect, Mr. Bryce.
We want to see you out there as often as possible, Billy. So we'd love to have you here on the Sunday night. Steve Vargas saying 35.
Incorrect.
As we come on down Conrad once again halfway through this race. 42 from Sean Vandermeulen.
Incorrect.
20 from Luke Ullman, I'm going to feel is incorrect as well.
Incorrect.
103 by Project 36.
Incorrect.
Oh. I feel like some of these numbers are a little bit too low based on the information that you gave them. 1921.
No, he's correct. 103 years. Yeah. 1921 is when they were born.
Good.
They
good
just had
maths,
their,
Sinker. Good
when they started with us, which was now nearly 3 years. they were 100 years on, so they have been around for a long, long time. So the winner was
Project 36, who I believe has already signed up for next season. I believe.
Well, he
they
gets
have.
another season.
Yeah.
He gets another season on top of that.
Gets
But
season 1
excellent
for
work.
free.
That was one that wasn't that easy, but yeah, thank you very much to Warren Brown Tools for the legends that they are. They have supported us pretty much from the get-go and have not stopped. We go to shows with them. We set up our rigs for them at shows and entertain people of all walks of life from the motorsport industry, and we'll continue to do so. They're going to be having a VIP night at our new venue soon.
I'm gonna spitball an idea to you here, Sinker.
Yeah.
Well, Jason Douglas said 102 years, 8 months, and 8 days. He's trying to be super specific. And he hasn't yet. Okay, well, you get season 4 for free then, Project 36. I'm going to spitball an idea to you.
Yes.
If we get to 100 live viewers at any point tonight, 5 free seasons.
5 free seasons.
Yep. So like 5 separate free seasons for like 5 people. A free season for 5 people.
Yeah, we've got to get 100 viewers.
100
That'd
viewers.
be awesome.
100 viewers.
Oh, do it at 100 viewers.
Yep.
No problem at all. Get your families and friends, everyone out there, get them online. Tell them to stop watching the 224 Goodwood Revival live and come and watch us, because that's boring as that is.
Sinker was still in nappies when they started. What do you mean?
Mate, I wasn't even scratching my dad's nuts when it started,
Sinker's
mate.
been around since 1912, Pricey. What do you mean? Of course the Titanic is older than that.
At some point we missed, in that excitement, we missed Connor Nixon passing Jamie Dyke. And
I called that out. I called that out before,
as,
Sinker. Don't worry. I called that out before.
As I knew it was going to happen, Dykey was going to at some point get behind him and just sit there.
iRacing drive-through pit lane blend line to car 96. That is going to Will Brown. That is why he is further back in the field tonight, Sinker. That's why he's dropped down the field. Yep.
Yeah, it did look. It looked like when he came in behind Dykey, I think, didn't he?
Yes.
And he came in on a really rough angle.
Back up with his teammate, though, Tim Mulford, who has Brad Doble all over the back of him at the moment. Someone say a cold, foggy night. Oh, Jack.
Cold, foggy night.
Oh, cold, foggy night. This battle at the moment contains...
As my old man calls it, the Titanic.
The Titanic. Tim Mulford, Brad Doble, John Gallen all involved in this battle now, leading up the hill at the moment, as they fight it out for P13 on the road. Oh, exit on lap 18. So it was actually his exit when he came out of pit lane, Sinker. So he didn't actually blend properly onto the tracks. That's why he's got an iRacing black flag.
Yeah. I've got on the bottom screen, that battle at the top screen is sensational. The bottom screen is Ty Delaney with Show and Mr. Coleman. Yeah.
They are absolutely tearing it up at the moment. Up the Atlantic without a paddle. Oh, the ribs. The ribs get better and better. I know. The ribs get better and better week in and week out, Sinker. We're just getting chirped at this point. I say we. You're just getting chirped at this point.
Oh, have a look at this on the bottom screen. Show's having a bit of a crack. Ty.
That was an aggressive lane change from Show.
Someone's fighting for him, and so that person's going, not yet, now. And he went straight across. That was a great bit of call there.
That was as an aggressive lane change as I've ever seen. And I have to travel on the M1 from time to time in Victoria, so I've seen some in my time. So that there was a fantastic move there from Sho Kanatake. A good go there from Ty Delaney there just to let him have it and play the smart job of tucking him behind, get your teammate to give you a hand in David Coleman and attack him in a 2-on-1 scenario. It's a great play as Brad Doble's in the pit lane for his next stop.
Here we go.
Very interesting. Stopping.
Yeah. That's a sprint to the finish for him.
Yeah.
He's got 35 minutes to go.
Can he make
He's
35, do we think?
Go for it. He's first in the pits, so it's probably not a bad idea. Bit of track position and everything going on there. Dykey is our biggest mover tonight. He's up 7 places. Doing extremely well. Also,
so
Bruce
is
Tannen.
Tanek,
Very
yeah.
quiet night for Bruce tonight.
He's had a very quiet night. Coleman's up 6 as well. Pavlovic's up 4.
Yep.
Visma's up 4, a bit further back. Burridge is up 5 as well. So they've all had a good night. Gamble's up 5 into the lead of this race with a great lead in hand over Rehan Leonage. 3.5 seconds is now the gap between the leader and P2. Nixon is then a further 6.8 seconds back, towing Jamie Dyke around the back end of the podium. Dylan Gray, though, has...
the next pit stops between Gamble and Leonage. 2 different strategies, yeah?
Yep.
Gamble is on the same strategy as Dyke. Nixon is on the same strategy as Rian. But Jamie Dyke's in the back of Nixon, whereas Rian has got 3.5, nearly 4 seconds to catch. But judging by the pit strategy, there's a lot of time to be made up there.
There is indeed. One thing I've also noticed is Dodsey has he's still just camping on the back of Dylan Gray's car at the moment. A little bit of time has been gained by Gray at this point in time, but these guys are just in a nice rhythm of their own, following each other around and just looking ahead to the final sprint to the end of this race when they have another pit stop.
Guy's making a bit more, he's getting a bit closer to show at the moment. Not enough to make an impact at the moment. His last corner entry wasn't as clean as Show's was, but his exit looking good. He's got, just in the exit alone, let's see, he's got 55 seconds he started with. He's got a good exit out of it, so he's made 4 tenths, 10 tenths. That's a great little 15 tenths just in that section alone. So that's not too bad.
On the other screen we have John Gallen at the moment trying to chase down Tim Mulford still on this point in the race. So these guys still having a nice tight little battle. It's one of those awkward parts of the race, Sinker, where we kind of get into the rhythm a little bit here, where everyone's just trying to get to the next pit stop for the sprint to the end. You're waiting to see if there's going to be a safety car. If there is a safety car, it can shake things up a little bit as well if we're ever going to get one. Now is going to be the perfect time. This is going to be the perfect time if we were ever going to get one. As Gallen is looking to send it on Mulford up the hill. 2 wide, big lock up. Oh my God, he nearly put it in the wall. How in the hell has John Gallen hung it around the outside of Tim Mulford through there? I have no idea. They're still 2 wide up through Solomon Park. Tim Mulford has to give it up to John Gallen, who gets an unbelievable, spectacular move done up through the first couple of corners at the run up the hill. Wowee.
Tell you what, both of them, cojones the size of kumquats.
Oh, mate, the
unbelievable.
size of watermelons. I mean, that was unbelievable.
2x2, you very rarely see 2x2 across that part of the track, that's for sure.
Gamble and Dyke are in the lane, Sinker. So that's the limit to their fuel strategy. And so is Coleman. So Coleman's in as well.
Gamble in the back there. Will be coming past Dyke in a second.
So
Leonage, where is he on track right now?
He's up at turn 2, up at Griffin's Bend. Connor Nixon is only just coming into Griffin's Bend as well. So that's... Oh, it's going to be tough. These guys are going to have to take a longer stop.
Yep.
Gamble's already on 28 seconds. He's out now, 29.
Dykey is still up on the blocks.
He is indeed.
He's dropped now as well. Let's see where they're going to come out. Where is Leonage?
Also noticed Gallen and Burridge also came in as well. Leonage is into Skyline. Nixon is just coming into McPhillamy Park. Dylan Gray's a further 8 seconds back, with Dodd still all over his chuff. And in towards McPhillamy Park and Skyline now on board with Gray. We've got Dodds in behind on the run down the hill. Look at that shot there, Sinker. Beautiful bit of sunlight in the background, and Dodds.
Very nice, very nice.
Maximum pressure on Dylan Gray at the moment.
This could be the move of the night. That strategy by Gamble and Dykey looks like it could be the one, mate.
It could very well be. The problem is, though, if Rehan has the opposite end of the strategy where he takes a shorter stop, then it was all for nothing for Gamble because he's actually still going to lose out on him in the end. So this is now...
They're how many seconds behind at the moment?
They're about 43
it's gonna
seconds
be tough
off
one.
the
It's
lead.
going to be very tough, isn't it? It's going to be touch and go.
It will.
Going to be touch and go.
Remembering
It all depends on how clean these boys get their outlaps now between Gamble and Dykey. Dykey's in the back of Mulford, so Mulford's going to be slowing Dykey down, whereas Gamble has got clean air, mate. He's got 12 seconds in front of him. All clean air.
Well, so does Rehan, though. He's just able to push on. Now, his tyres are a lot older. I reckon Gamble's only just taken tyres. I reckon he's waited this long to get the fresher tyres, to get the faster tyres on that car, knowing that Dyke took tyres earlier, knowing that Nixon probably did, and knowing that Rehan has probably taken the tyres on this stop. So he wants to try and counteract that as best as possible. Young Guppy Ty Delaney is now in the pit lane as well, traversing his way around, whereas Gamble, he's going to come around the final corner and get that move done on Delaney. As on the other screen, Mulford and Dyke still battling it out for that next position as Gamble up towards turn one.
Dykey needs... Oh, Dykey really wants to get past him.
He does.
And get into clean air.
So
because at the moment, he's getting slowed down and he's losing time. That last lap was, let's see how it goes.
So I just want to point out as well, the time that Gamble lost was about 43-second gap up to Leonage. He lost about 46 seconds because he had a 3-second gap before the pit stop. Thinking about what the lane travel means then, that means that Gamble, he had a 1:04 lane travel, 29-second pit stop.
Like he's done it.
Oh, he's got the job done. So
he's done.
So it's about a 45-second changeover for that sort of stop, which then makes me think if Leonage takes the, say, 19-second stop, 56-second lane travel,
he'll be there about 15 seconds.
It's going to be very similar. It's actually going to be very similar. It's actually going to equalise a little bit.
Well, I don't think it will, because I reckon he's going to be down to about... Do you remember the race with Lobby when he went in and he came in late and came in? He looked like he took about 10 seconds on the hoist to get the fuels in. So if Leonage is going to go only fill to the end, he might only be up on the hoist for 10 seconds.
This is true. But you got to think about the time loss as well. He's not only losing 10 seconds, he's losing the time he would drop based on going slower down the lane. So it always works out to around about 30 to 45 seconds. So it's going to be tight. We'll see how it works out. I do think, though, that it is Leonage's to have.
Shows in.
Okay, so shows in.
Shows in the pits. He's the first out of the top 10 to trigger that.
This will actually give us a good indication of where he would end up because he has around about a 25-second gap before the stop.
Was he in front of Ty or behind Ty?
He was behind Ty. He was he was in front of.
Yeah, he just passed him in that section before.
Show took a longer stop earlier in the race. This should be a shorter stop for him. This is going to show us what the drop is for him in terms of gap.
What have we got left? We've got 24 minutes left.
About 26 minutes left. So Show has done a 15.9 second stop. He's still travelling out. So what's he dropped? What's he lost? He's lost 32 seconds. He lost 32 seconds.
Yeah, and there's Ty right behind him, so that balanced out. Because Ty took the long one early on.
Yeah,
Ty
so they both had the similar stop, long first, short second. So it was about 30 odd seconds that he lost. So if we look at what the gap is with Gamble up to Leonage, it is 43 seconds. Leonage is going to have this lead by about 13 seconds when he stops.
Yeah. It's going to be good. It's going to be interesting. It's getting there. Show, Tim Mulford and Ty Delaney have got a great little ding-dong going on. I'll go to there. Ty a little bit sideways there. Let's go up to Show. He's got the boys following him down the bottom screen. Across.
Well, we've got Visma and Cowan battling it out too. They got Coleman in behind them as Nixon is in. So this is actually going to give us a good indication on where he'll end up around Scott Gamble.
I'll go to Scotty Gamble. Let's have a look to see how he comes across the mountain. Connor Nixon, Dylan Gray and Harry Dodds, all three in.
All
strategies are playing. This is the pivotal part of the race, viewers.
Stone Street's also in as well. So
Yep.
Gamble's coming up to the final corner. Nixon has just gone up on the jacks.
Patrick
Gray
stayed out.
and Dodd's in. Fitzpatrick did stay out. Gamble's only just come around the final corner. Nixon has just dropped. So Nixon's going to come out ahead of Scott Gamble here, well in tow. What's the gap going to be? Yep, about 4 seconds is the gap.
Okay. So how long was Nixon on? Nixon was on 13.7.
Yep. Yeah, he had a very short stop.
And that's about right, because Gamble's first pit was about a 17.
So it all equalises in the end. What we need now is a safety car, just to bring everyone back into play. It'd be spectacular if we have one, I must say.
Yeah. It'd be good if we had a button just to blow someone's tire.
Oh, I know, right? We'd blow the engine at the top of the hill like Leakey did in the safety car.
Yep.
Back though, this battle with Visma, Cowan and Coleman is just starting to heat up towards turn 2. Visma has now dispatched to Cowan a little bit, but Coleman is right in behind.
He got that penalty, he hasn't come out since it.
Oh yeah, I think he's just coming for his. No, he came in a while ago for a stop, but he just hasn't returned.
Yeah.
I think he'd already had the penalty, and then he must have decided to come back in again. I'm not sure, but it's a shame.
Reinhardt's in. All right, I'm going to go in and follow him in. Let's see how this comes out from the rest of the grid catching up. He's in. Going to go up on the jacks in a second. Where is Gamble and Connor?
So Nixon's just come underneath the Fuso sign into the chase. So still a fair gap between Leonage and Nixon. Gamble's in behind him as well.
Flying back there, man.
He is.
Oh, mate, he is on fire. He was 7/10 that last lap, quicker than Nixon.
Leonage has just dropped. And he dropped around about the same time that Nixon dropped when Gamble was coming down the main straight as well. But this is going to be a significantly, it's going to be a significantly longer gap. It's about 6.1 back to up to Leonage from Nixon. Further 3.6 seconds back to Gamble. So it's around about 10 seconds that separates the provisional top 3. Fitzpatrick still needs a stop in this race.
Yeah. So provisional is Leonage, Nixon, Gamble.
And then
followed by Gray and Dyke.
So
Visma has had a very steady race tonight, mate.
He has,
up
mate.
13 places.
He's done very, very well. He has had. He stopped on lap 19, but he's going to need another stop in this race, I would say. Yeah, we need one, Luke. We need a safety car. Just bring them all together again. Keep the battle going between them. That's what we need. We need a safety car. Who's going to crash for us to have a safety car?
There's no SRW drivers out there.
Not including the safety car itself. We don't want that one to crash.
Joe's getting a bit of pressure from Harry at the moment, and Travis Daly from Cowan. And then Shane Randell has got Gallen and Bruce Tannock on the back of him at the moment too. So the boys are putting on a bit of a show in the middle of the packs. Let's see how we're going to go. We've got 20 minutes left. This is the final sprint, viewers. We've got 20 minutes to the end. Let's rock and roll it.
Gallen all over Randall at the moment. Tannock's lurking in behind. This is the battle for P16 on the road. Randall's up 5 spots.
Very central.
He's done well. He's up 5 at the moment. Gallen's down 1. Tannock's up 4. So a couple of movers and shakers.
Was that Gallen removing a mirror?
That might have been. That might have been Gallen removing a mirror through there. Is Randall still running that SVG Retro out on the car for the final round of vets? We have not released our livery for next season and beyond, so I just said run the Retro. It looks good.
Yeah, why not? Why not? My boys in the 86s have been running the Anzac livery since Anzac Day.
Mate, you've been running the Anzac livery since like the start of April. What do you mean? That is just their 8.6 livery at this point.
Sunday night, September, things are heating up.
20 minutes to
Everyone's
go.
at Bathurst, loving it.
20 minutes to go on this race, and we're at a cool, calm, and collected 50 people watching right now. Thank you so much for being with us for the penultimate round of Supercars here on Sunday nights. Tannic is all over Gallen at the moment. It's a great battle at the back end of the field. We love to give to shine some light on the back end of the field when we can. Oh, but Randall's gone round to the final corner. He drops a couple of spots. Burridge and Mulford also come round as well. It's a shame. Oh, what's happened to me?
No, it's not you. He's
No, my whole thing just decided to have a bit of a hissy fit for a moment there. It's fine. We're still going.
Good.
We're still going.
All right, well, everyone's gapped out now at the moment, so we're looking at the biggest mover in shakers tonight is Anthony Visma up 13 places, followed by Mr. Jamie Dyke up 5, Blake Fitzpatrick up 5. He's yet to pit. He's the only one yet to pit with Andrew Cowan, so not sure how long they're going to last out there before they're going to pop it. And then we've got Bruce Tanner, Chris Burridge also on 5 places.
Does Cowie try and push the one stop, do we think?
Well, he's not going to get a one stop out
No,
of
he's
this.
got 90. Yeah, no, I don't think he does. He's got 18 laps to go.
Yeah.
With 30-second stop. I mean, this would be... I mean, it'd be an amazing feat to do it, but is it worth it? I don't think so. I mean, he's got a 15-second gap. He could come in, take a quick splash of fuel and not lose too much time over the cars around him. Fitzpatrick, same deal. He's got Nixon all over him now. Gamble all trying to chase him down as well. So if Fitzpatrick starts to hold up Nixon here, this is now going to help Gamble as the sun starts to set on Mount Panorama.
As the sun starts to set down at Panorama, so does Harry Dodds on show.
Their battle continues on and has been feisty as ever between them. Greg Brooks in the chat giving the love to Connor Nixon, who is provisional P2 at the moment. The car ahead of him on the road needs a second pit stop in this race to make it home. And right now Nixon is pushing as hard as ever to try and chase down Rehan Leonage at the front of the field, who has begun to gap out once again. He's just set the fastest lap of the race, a 2:04.4 for P1 in Rehan Leonage at this stage. As Gallen gets over the radio for whatever reason.
350, John Gallen just called something.
Okay, what has happened with John Gallen?
He's following Burridge.
Might be this one. This might be what happened.
Lap 29 in the elbow.
That'll be it right there for Bruce Tannic.
Oh, Bruce Tannic. Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh yeah, there's a bit of contact there. He's giving a bit of a bump and run. That'll be a redress if anything, surely.
I'd say so. This stage of the race.
Yeah. As Nixon has now dispatched of Blake Fitzpatrick, slots into P2 on the road. Now looks ahead to chase down Rehan Leonage as best he can. What's the lap time look like for Nixon? Leonage did a 4.7 that last lap. Nixon does a 5.5 after being held up by Fitzpatrick. Brooks in the chat, Greg Brooks. Nice of him to straighten him back up again. It was very nice of him to do that, and probably will look favourably on that by RC by just giving him a redress, if anything. So, but everyone is doing well at the moment. No cars have been lapped thus far, Sinker, aside from the ones that are out of the race and in the lane. So,
No, it's very close. It's not. I mean, the grid is spread out. We don't have the map out there, but it's all still keeping within the lap. Real nice.
Doing very well. Coleman's dropping spots. Why is he dropping spots? His car's going slow down the straight.
Oh, has he blown the engine, or has he run out of fuel?
Do tell what has happened to David Coleman.
Crabby.
So this was Trav. Oh my God, that was a massive moment for him.
All on his own too. The car looked like it's crabbing.
What the hell has happened to David Coleman's car? So this was Daly coming up on him. Oh, he caught the curb.
Oh, have a look at the way that bonnet flew off. That is sensational.
And then it magically reappeared again. Like nothing happened. So that answers the question why
Poor
David
mate.
Coleman is going slow at the back end of the field. Trenton Naylor in the chat. Love the commentary, boys. You lads killing it. Thank you so much, Trenton. Halsey in the chat. 7 seconds he eats that for breakfast, or eat his breakfast in 7 seconds. Don't remember which.
I tell you what, Dykey's been caught by Sho Kinataka and Harry Dodds together. They've worked really close and they've got on the back of Dykey, and they're starting to put a little bit of pressure on. 6/10 in the back of him.
I spoke too soon when I said no one had been lapped yet. Coleman got lapped as he came into the pit lane.
Yeah,
So if he comes back out on
yeah.
field, Fitzpatrick's also now in as well,
Got
so
a
he
feel
follows
for him.
Coleman in. Yeah, you have to.
Fitzpatrick is where is what's our boy? Cowie. He still hasn't pitted, man.
He hasn't.
He's pitted at lap 17. He still hasn't pitted.
Yeah, he hasn't pitted just
Well,
yet.
Lap 32. He's going for a full-on strategy there. He is.
This will be an interesting play if it pays off for him. You want a full lap in the cockpit? I'm assuming you want it with Nixon. So we'll wait till Nixon comes around to start the next lap.
In.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick's in. So Nixon up across the top of the mountain. We'll wait till he starts another lap and we'll have a full on board.
That incident between Taddock and Gallen, was it?
Yep.
Is being called a racing incident. So I guess at the end of the day, what we saw on camera looked like Bruce coming in on the inside, but
Probably
maybe
the overlap on the turn-in, maybe.
Yeah, maybe there was a bit of both coming across the other one and the other one trying to get in under. So it's probably an equal balance of blame for it. That's why it's been called no further action.
Greg Barber. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. He's off for him. Great dodgeball reference there from Greg Barber. I highly appreciate it. Rian Leonage down, Conrad straight now towards the chase. We've got 12 minutes just about left in this race. The gap is still 7 seconds between Leonage and Nixon further back up the road from him.
Yeah, I think that first place for Connor Nixon is a distant dream.
Unless there's a safety car, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. At the moment, Leonage is lapping 2/10 faster and being very consistent as well.
What we'll do is we will...
Same fuel levels in the car, so the tyres are the same age as well. Connor's actually one lap newer tyres, but they have roughly the same amount of fuel in as well, so strategy-wise, on point on each other.
What we're going to do is, since we've got such a hot battle happening in the other screen, we're going to see it from multiple angles. We're going to go on board with Harry Dodds across this next lap and enjoy the sights and sounds of Bathurst, ladies and gentlemen. So enjoy this lap on board with Dodds in the back end of the battle with Kanatake and Jamie Dyke. Great to be back off that lap there with Harry Dodds. A wild moment at the end of the lap with Sho Kanatake getting it all loose through the chase. And now Dodds is all over him and getting the move done with a drag race up towards turn 2.
He's rolled the dice, Dodds, in the last few corners. He's got the wider angle, trying to get the car straight early and get the pace out of the corners, but he's not having any of it.
He is not. Dodds forced to take the inside line. Sho Kanatake runs it out wide. Doddsy continues on, gets the job done and past the Japanese international from Phoenix Racing Team to finish off that little portion of the battle. And they continue on forward. It won't be over.
Will be back for more. He will be back for more. That was a great little ding-dong there. He really rolled the dice though, mate. He made 2 bold moves there. Trying to get out wide and get the car rotated early so he can get the foot down. And it didn't quite pay off, but that last bit, that last corner, boom.
Just noticed in the background as well, a lurking Ty Delaney is starting to chase these boys down. So could we see a young Guppy get involved in the battle with them as well towards the end of this race? This has been heating up over the last couple of laps, Sinker. We're not looking like we're going to have safety car happening here tonight at this stage. But what we are getting is some phenomenal battling for the miners in amongst the top 10.
7 minutes to go. It's a sprint to the Netherlands. Leonage has got 6 seconds on the top of Connor Nixon. It's currently, their last laps are very, very close. A 2:04.995 and a 2:04.970. So Connor is lapping at the same pace, but not quick enough to catch him. He's got no chance at the moment. Gamble is sitting on the 2:05.521. He's sitting all on his own in the fresh air. Dylan Gray and Jamie Dyke same. Harry Dodds and Sho Kanatake are the only ones really battling in the front top 10.
The battle is heating up between them at this stage. Off the back of Doddsy's car once again through turn 1. Kanatake trying to apply any amount of pressure that he can over the Pacific Esports Racing driver. Harry Dodds, formerly of Frog Leap Juice Racing, formerly of Harry Dodds Motorsport, has found a new home this season and has been really getting into the thick of things here on Sunday nights. He continued his little friendly rivalry with Delaney earlier tonight. He's now started up a new one with Kanatake. And the battle is not over just yet. 6.5 minutes to go for Doddsy to survive in a very impressive P6 on the road. He's 2 spots down from where he qualified. Of course, he's only been passed by the likes of Jamie Dyke and Scott Gamble.
Visma, a sensational drive, consistent lap times, 2:06s, low 2:06s, up 15 places, so great work there from him. Another little battle that's brewing in the back is Bruce Tannock and Chris Burrage. I might go to them for a little bit.
I've just gone there for you, Sinker.
Straight off the bat, they're doing a great little battle there, and Chris is been gunning him for a little while, getting closer and closer.
He's continuing to apply the pressure on the DPR mag and turbo driver, Bruce Tannock, under all sorts of pressure right now from the M1 Racing driver of Chris Burridge. Battle continues on at the top of the mountain. Doddsy flashing lights. He knows he's on screen. He's trying to put Darky off a little bit. Just about 5 minutes to go. Sinker. Rehan Leonage has this race well in hand. 6.6 seconds is the gap back to Connor Nixon. A further 7.7 seconds back to Scott Gamble. That's the current podium. Dylan Gray, Jamie Dyke from the top 5. Harry Dodds, Sho Kanatake, Ty Delaney, Anthony Risma, Troy Stone Street makes up the top 10. It's then Blake Fitzpatrick, Travis Daly, Brad Doble, Bruce Tannock, Chris Burridge making up the 15. John Gallen, Tim Mulford, Andrew Cowan, Peter Pavlovic, Mark Houghton and Shane Randall make up the running order as Vismas had to come into the lane out of the top 10.
Oh, he must be running short on fuel. Yeah, he must have been running short on fuel. He had a great run there. He did really, really well. Really well.
We've also got this battle starting to brew with Stone Street, Fitzpatrick and Daly's in behind them as well. So this is all for top 10 honours. Fitzpatrick now finds himself in the 10 thanks to Visma hitting, and this now gives Daly a chance at the top 10 as well if he can chase these boys down in the next 4 minutes.
It's amazing how some of these strategies just change here and there. Could be some other people that, last minute need to fuel up as well, Maybe Dykey, maybe Gamble. I don't know. We'll see. Dylan Graves did a 28. Harry did a 22. Show did a 15. So who knows where they're at.
Board now on the suspension cam of Jamie Dykes, number 1 Fishy Motorsports Mustang. Looking at the suspension travel through the S's and the Dipper, and well, it's a lot of pressure being applied on these cars, but also the drivers as well. A bit of a lock up there from Harry Dodds as he tries to keep applying the pressure on Jamie Dyke as good as he possibly could. With Kanatake, and he's sniffing. He's got Kanatake sniffing down his neck as well. So it's maximum pressure on all 3 of them at the moment. There's no reprieve as Kanatake is trying to line it up into the chase. Can't quite get the run down the inside. Doddsy survives just for now as he tries to find a laneway past Jamie Dyke, the P5 on the road.
Destroyed Street in the bottom section.
He has too.
Travis Daly is sniffing as well now too.
He's got the job done. We'll get a replay happening of it.
Two laps left.
Line him up into the chase. Inside line. Gets it done easy as Stone Street lets him have it off the back of that, and he defended the inside line well. That was a great move there from Fitzpatrick. Oh, that was Burridge. That was Daly. Daly was trying to send it up the inside to try and sneak on through.
He was close to cleaning up both of them then. Oh my God! This battle again. Doddsy is he's on 3/10 the back of Jamie, and Show's 3/10 the back of him. Great little battle going there. Blake Fitzpatrick go to that. Actually, you know what? I'll go to Leonage because we are down to the last 2 laps. And we'll give the leader some viewing because he hasn't had a lot of camera action tonight.
He's been on camera a couple. He's been. Oh, my microphone just decided to have a little bit of a blip then, I noticed. He's had a couple of moments out there, but he's not been the full focus on screen. But he's been driving absolutely exceptionally well once again, trying to chase down Ty Delaney, of course, in the championship standings, as well as Dylan Gray. Ty, unfortunately, is losing out to both of them here tonight, so he will be dropping points at the front end of the championship table. Oh, Doddsy with a little bit of a wiggle. Kanatake is all over him. Down into the chase. Is he going to try and send it down the inside of the left-hander? No, not
These
quite
two
close
fighting
enough.
is really helping Dykey as well.
It is.
Because they're going up against each other. Dykey can focus in front of himself. I forgot what I was going to say.
I get that feeling a lot, Sinker. Don't you worry about that. Final lap of the race.
The Matrix moment.
Leonage has gotten the white flag, as does this little triple threat battle of Dyke, Dodds, and Kanatake. Into turn 1 they come now. This is the gap between the leader and this battle. The leader's only just coming through Sulman Park. These guys really just come through turn 1.
Yeah, they're
Daly
fighting for 4th
and
place.
Stone Street just quickly were swapping and changing positions like nobody's business.
Oh, someone's
in the background, that was Trav Daly, who's going a bit slow. We'll quickly check out what happened to him. So he was on the outside of Stone Street.
Has he missed his braking point?
Oh, no, he got it a bit loose on exit. He got a bit loose on
Okay.
exit, so
Yep,
very
yep.
easy to do, of course.
Very clean race tonight, mate. Very clean race. We've had some really great battles, 2 wide, coming through some places in the mountain where I didn't think 2 cars would fit, especially VA supercars. All right, yeah, two Fiestivas or something like that, or 2 Mazdas, but not supercars. And the boys done sensational jobs.
Yeah.
You know, Gallen was one with I can't remember who the other driver was early
Doddsy
on,
as
and
well.
Dykey did it for a bit.
Yeah.
Coleman and Cowie for a while. Some really good work out there.
Well, someone who hasn't had to do many spectacular moves tonight, but has won this thing in absolute dominant fashion once again. Rehan Leonage from Phoenix Racing Team comes around the final corner and he takes the win in the Bathurst Enduro tonight after an hour and 20 minutes. On track action, no safety cars needed. Connor Nixon comes home P2 on the road for Drop Bear Motorsport. Scotty Gamble is in his return to the series and into the sim. Will come home in P3 for 9.5 Sim Sports and the 9.59 machine. Dylan
So much
Gray.
for a rusty drive.
I know, right? Dylan Gray comes home P4 with Harry Dodds just withstanding Sho Kanatake and Jamie Dyke. Dykey's dropping spots. He's had a moment. Kanatake's trying to line it up the inside of Dodds. Can't quite get there. Dodds have withstood the both of them to come home in P5. Kanatake P6. Delaney in P7. Dykey in P8. What in the world happened to Jamie Dyke at the
Did
chase?
he sacrifice points for Ty?
What happened to Dyke there? What the hell?
Oh, he's missed his break point.
No. If you watch carefully, Singer, we'll roll this back again. He has a massive wiggle through the chase. He had a massive curb strike, and that's what caused him to go off.
Oh.
So literally,
I thought he was taking one for the team to get Ty some more points.
No, the one lap that he could not make a mistake, he makes it, and he drops 3 spots to Dodds, Kanatake, and Delaney.
You know what? He'll be kicking himself, but you know what? Ty's got some extra points and he's fighting for the championship, so he'll look at the bright side of that.
He will indeed. Of course, we've got Leonage on your screen, Sinker. We'll find a little bit of B-roll to get going whilst we wait for these drivers to head into the green room. It was a spectacular race.
A night. Viewers, I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. This was spectacular. Lots of prizes given away. We've got drivers coming in tomorrow night for some training with the Phoenix team. And also we gave away some gloves. We gave them a 12-month subscription and a series subscription. So lots of love out there, and I hope you enjoy your gloves too, Mr. Matty Parker.
Yeah, we gave away a total of 10 slots to the training, confirming those names once again. I'm just going to quickly confirm one of them for you.
Please like and subscribe. I was working that out. Come back next week for the season finale.
I've got it up. So our Phoenix driving development training winners, of course, Blake Fitzpatrick, Sean Vandermeer, Mark Houghton, Brad Doble, Peter Pavlovic, Stefan McCartan, Connor Nixon, Stephen Banks, Trav Daly, and Andrew Rushworth will all be a part of the training tomorrow night on Monday night. As a part of that scheme, the winner of the gloves was... who won the gloves against Cinco?
Matty Parker.
Matty Parker, that's right. He won a set of gloves for guessing which track my dad won a race at, is the first answer anyone gave for that. Angus Lawford won himself a free year of SRW next year.
Yep.
Project 36 won a free season for season 4 of 2024. Someone in the chat won themselves a timeout for not commenting correctly. Just so many things being given out here tonight for the whole field.
This is correct. And you know what? And on top of that, the drivers out there put on a spectacular show for us in the top 10 shootout, in the pre-qualies, and a fantastic race for us to commentate and to enjoy with the viewers. And the viewing numbers tonight were off the chart. We went as high as 75 just in YouTube. Not sure how many out there in Facebook, but fantastic. And thank you for supporting us tonight. And yeah, hopefully we see the numbers go crazy next week for maybe some more giveaways for the final round of the Warren and Brown V8 Supercar Championship on a Sunday night.
Terry Taylor, you don't need to be so cut about Jamie Dyke making a mistake and it helping Harry Dodds, Sho Kanatake, and Ty Delaney. He made a mistake into the chase. He hit the curb and the thing got all loose on him and he went off track.
Everyone's perspective is a different perspective.
It is.
Now we
call it as we
I
see it.
needed a safety car for the one-stopper to work. Well, that's all right, Cowie. You can't always go for the big one-stop strategy, mate. Sometimes you just got to race it out.
Coleman in the chat as well. Wasn't a mistake, though. All good acting. Who knows? He didn't take anyone out, to be fair.
Bus driver.
As Leonage is cooking up some burnouts in the pit lane at this stage as well. We'll drag in our first podium finisher here tonight in Mr. Scotty Gamble of 9.5 Sim Sports. Mr. Gamble, if that's a rusty race for you, I don't want to see what is a completely polished and chrome race for yourself, because that was a great effort by you to get it up on the podium. You went for a bold strategy early by having the short stop, taking some track position. How was the race for you out there?
Yeah, how you going, Hamish? It was a bit of a struggle, really. I struggled with the set, especially down the hill. I was losing a lot of time down there, like 0.3 odd, 0.3 a lap just going down the hill. So I really struggled there. But overall, I mean, I had a good fun time. It was good. I learned a few things, and it was just good to get back into the seat and find a little bit of rhythm there. So there's a bit to work on. I've got to find a bit more
was it
pace.
too much wing? Too much wing, or not enough wing to get the grip down?
For me, this was a lower aero wing.
Yep.
Yeah, and I just really struggled with it. I knew I would when I had a practice yesterday, and I thought, I'll run it, because where else are you going to learn the set unless you run it in a race, So, yeah, I ran it, and it just wasn't quite right with me. But for the other boys, I think they'll be fast with it, but I just couldn't. Yeah, I struggled with it. But, that's no excuses either. I still had a bloody good time too, Stinker, and, it was good to get back in the seat and race again,
Good to have you out there, mate. It's put on a great show and a great little fight there. Strategy was a little bit different. So you and Dikey were on the same strategy. You were hoping to get the undercut and get track position?
Yeah, I was. Well, see, here's what I was thinking, right, was I thought if everyone's going to run as long as they can in the first stint, now there's going to be a few different fuel stop strategies and that, and maybe 5 laps after that, that first stint, maybe there'll be a safety car, right? So that's why I put in 5 or 6 laps worth of fuel. And I thought, there might be a safety car. If there is, I'll be out of short fuel, get in before everyone else and get back out, you see. That was my theory. But everyone played too nice. There was no safety car.
Yeah, we were very well behaved out there, mate. We had a couple 2 wides across the mountain, which we haven't seen for a while. More than a couple, actually, about 3 or 4 times, Hamish?
Yeah, there were probably a lot of ambitious moves out there, and they somehow pulled them off in just pure dice rolls, I must say, and in its purest form. So, but it was pretty spectacular.
It was really good. Well, mate, for a rusty nail, I'll tell you what, you did really well. It was a very impressive drive, dude, and congratulations on your podium. Do you want to give us a hoy and say, let us know who supports the old bastard?
Yeah, that's right. I am. I'm not far.
I'm still older than you, mate. I'm still older than you.
Well, I think I'm closer to 50 than 45, mate. So it's yeah.
I'm past that, mate. I'm past the 55s now. I'm already falling apart, mate.
Yeah, but I'd like to, shout out to 95 Sim Sports. The guys are working on the set. This is just the first preliminary set they're building for Pro Series, so it was worth giving it a run. And to the sponsors over at 95 who make it all possible for us is Racecraft Simulations, Turn-In Apparel, RSW Graphics, Racing Ears, and Prestige Cinematography. Also, I'd like to give you guys a shout out. I watched this last night with your replay of the Tuesday night, I think it was, and that was very entertaining. Enjoyed it. Good chat in the YouTube. So good to see people engaging. So thanks to you, Stinker. Thanks, Hamish. And, I'll catch up with Hamish on Thursday. We've got a thing going on there. So, and to, obviously, Rehan, well done. He's an absolute gun. We know that. Young gun, too. And to Connor, he drove beautifully. He looked like his car was hooked up really well. So well done to him.
Excellent, mate. You're a legend. Good to have you back on track, dude, and enjoy. You coming back for next week?
We'll see how we're going with time. Maybe it's the last round, so maybe we'll pop in and fire one away, mate.
Excellent, mate. All right, congratulations, dude, and good to have you back on track.
All right, thanks, guys. See you.
See you, mate. We're dragging our P2 now. Sinker in Connor Nixon. Mr. Nixon started started on the second row of the grid. A 1 spot here tonight into P2. Mate, your car, it just looked like it was on rails for some of the portion of this race. What was it like? Because you seem to be having some great battles, not only Dylan Gray, but also Jamie Dyke for a period there. What were the battles like out on track? Because they looked awesome from our perspective.
Yeah, the battles were good with Dylan. Jamie's was interesting because he was on a different strategy and blocking, so I wasn't too happy about that. I mean, we lost 2 seconds, which, I wasn't happy about. Let's just say that. So, it was good. Just a bit annoyed that I was on that second row, so I just didn't have the slipstream with Rehan. Like, if I had that slipstream, I could have just followed him the whole way, but Look, it was definitely a good race. The battles were good. Yeah, the car was planted. It's a new drop bear setup we've put together, and yeah, she's on rails. It's a different way we'd tune a car, but yeah, it's definitely the right direction. And like I said last week, it's annoying that this car's eventually going to go. So yeah, the how it's going to be run, next time we're in Gen 3 is going to be interesting.
Well, mate, you've had a lot of love in the chat tonight, specifically from Trenton Naylor, Revolution E-Racing, Halsey as well. I think Greg Brooks as well, I think, was giving you some love too as well. So getting a lot of love in the chat from those boys out there, mate. And it was
a he-she action, mate.
But how are you feeling going into next week? Of course, Road America, a longer track as well. It's not a personal favourite of mine. How do you feel about racing around that track, especially in this car?
Yeah, Road America, I've got a weird little relationship with. I've never really liked it. Scops, I've never done well there. I'm always in second split, then I move up to first split, but then I'm like, don't want to do the race. I might have a car there, but look, it's just a bit of it. Not a great track, so hopefully we can just throw a car together or half enjoy it or just not turn up next week. I don't know.
Well, mate, we hope we can see you on track next week and giving it all your best in the final round. Thanks for coming to have a chat to us here tonight, mate. Congratulations on your efforts to qualify P3 and then also get the car up into P2 on the road as well. Let us know how helps get you and Drop Bear out on track. Anyone else you wish to give a shout out to as well, and for myself and Sinker, congratulations once again on your efforts here tonight.
Yeah, thanks, boys. I just want to say thanks for the broadcast and the league. One of my mates is actually joining next week, or a couple of buddies, so there should be some more drivers. So it's been good racing here. Yeah, just would like to thank Drop Bear. Yeah, it's been a really good couple of months with those boys. It's been good just learning in a different way how to drive and adapt, and it's been really good. I'm looking forward to driving the new co-driver this year, so Angus Lawford. So that should be good. Yeah, just wanted to thank all the sponsors. HRS is one of the big one. And the FPR Mustangs on rails, so yeah, and CN Dock Shop and NeuroPower.
I was like to point out, Angus won himself a full year subscription for free in the chat tonight. He did. He gets to race with us all of 2025 for free.
I'm gonna bug him for the next day or two. But yeah, he's my new co-driver. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. He's new to sim racing, but yeah, he's been racing in the gents and gave him one of my setups, and I was like, "Yep, you're quick. You can be my co-driver." So yeah, he'll be my co-driver for Scops, and yeah, I'm glad we got the car sorted out before Scops, which is good.
Very good, mate. Well, best of luck next week, and if you don't race next week, best of luck. You're out on track with us once again for SRW.
Yeah, it should be good. Got to pay again to join, so bloody hell. But no, it's
only
good.
It's only $10, mate. You can race in everything.
Yeah, but I'm wobbed, so well, I like to save every dollar. But no, it's been good. So appreciate it, boys.
No worries, mate. We'll chat to you soon.
See you guys.
Greg puts in one of the chats tonight. Typical Connor, eating and talking at the same time.
Always.
Mate.
Always.
He always does it.
Yeah. I just hope it's food is in his mouth.
Well, next up, though, we have got our race winner here tonight, Rehan Leonage. Rehan, the pole sitter here tonight, proving once again why you are a proper challenger in this championship this season. Dominating fashion, you take the win here tonight. You dominated the shootout, you dominated qualifying, you dominated in the race once again, mate. It was a complete performance for you. I mean, coming out of the shootout after what was an absolute mega lap, how was that race for you, mate? What was some of the mindset you were putting forward into this one just to try and get the car to the end?
I think we had a good starting position. Connor had a lot of race pace, I noticed, so it was good that Dylan managed to get P2 in the shootout. So put another car between us. I think otherwise it would have been a close race between us and Connor. And in terms of finishing the race, it was all just about driving within my limits, but not too slowly where I'd get caught up. So yeah, it was a fine line with that.
Well, mate, we managed to give out the rest of those training spots for tomorrow night. We have revealed them. Some of them may not need the training as much, but they did win them legitimately in the chat here tonight, of course. So, Brad,
So they wanted it, so they would definitely want to learn, which is good.
that's right, definitely. And you know what? Sometimes, even if it's a driver who's at your pace, it's sometimes good to learn something off them as well, because they might know, they might know something that you don't. You might know something that they don't as well, and you can help each other out in the end. So the names that we got for tomorrow night: Blake Fitzpatrick, of course, Sean Vandermeulen, Mark Houghton, Brad Doble, who you selected. P20 in qualifying was Peter Pavlovic, so he gets that. Stephen McCartan, Stephen Banks, Trav Daly, Andrew Rushworth, and then Connor Nixon actually also won as well. So he'll be coming to do some training with you tomorrow. He might be able to pick up a couple of things that he can implement in his own race and maybe teach you a thing or two as well. We'll have to wait and see. But those will be the 10 drivers who'll be coming to hang out with you tomorrow night for the training session with Phoenix Driver Development. Now, mate, next week, obviously, Road America, final round of the season. The championship is as close as ever between you, Dylan Gray, and Ty Delaney. Is it rock up next week and hope you can just do the same thing you've always done and take the win and get this championship? Or do we think there might be some team play happening where likes of Will and Tim may try and give you a helping hand, as well as Show as well, to try and give you a helping hand in fend off some of those boys just to help build you out a bit of a gap?
Yeah, I think championship's definitely tightening up, but only one round left, so it's going to be very tricky to get it. Me and Dylan both closing in a little bit from this round, but it's probably not going to be enough. I think from the calculations, I think Ty will have to finish P13 or something, and me win with fastest lap to get it. So definitely going to be tricky, but I just hope that with the coaching session tomorrow and hope that the teammates can find pace as well, that we can have as many cars between us as possible.
Well, mate, we love to hear determination in your voice and focusing and trying to win this championship. You missed out last season by missing a couple of rounds due to scops, and then first season you started out late, so it's been a long time coming if you were to win this one. It's been a long time coming for Ty as well, so it's pretty cool to have all the young guns and yourself, Ty and Dylan, battling it out for this championship. Let us know who helps get you and Phoenix Racing Team out on track. Anyone else you wish to give a shout out to as well. For myself and Sinko, congratulations on your Grand Slam victory tonight with the fastest lap leading majority of the laps here tonight, starting on pole and winning the race as well.
Yeah, thank you. I'd like to thank Hybrid Racing Simulations, Melbourne Hydrographic Stepper, Prestige Cinematography, RMX Australia, DHF Tyres, RSW Graphics, Bubbles and Balloons, and obviously Phoenix Driver Development. As mentioned before, we do plenty of different stuff. We do for a couple of different cars as well, and the coaching and stuff. So, yep, definitely message us. And I'd like to thank you guys and the admin, and say a great race to Connor and Scott. Both had really good pace, and shame Dylan barely missed out on the podium. And I'd like to thank my nan in New Zealand for watching and for all the support.
Very good, mate. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Congratulations, as you mentioned. Best of luck next week at Road America when you challenge for this Sunday night championship. You've had a hell of a run this season, mate, and I look forward to calling the action once again.
Yep, thank you. See you guys next time.
Thanks, mate.
Good luck, mate. Great race.
Thank you.
Well, Sinker, one round to go.
Woo. One round to go. How quick has this gone?
Mate,
Seriously.
blink of an eye stuff, isn't it? It's blink of an eye stuff.
It felt like last week was mid season.
Mate, it felt like last week my computer was blinking at Spa during Super Formulas. Like, it's just absolutely flown by. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But you know, we still have 2 weeks of racing here on the SRW channel. Just because next week's final round does not mean everything is done and dusted for the championships, of course. I mean, next week's the final round for our paid series of the Tuesday night Supercars, brought to you by Wine & Brown Tools. The Wednesday night Cooler Master Super Formula Championship. The Thursday night Shannon's Insurance GR86 Nationals. Friday night Double Bubble still has 2 weeks left. And then Sunday night Wine & Brown Tools, we had Supercars Championship. That final round happening next Sunday night as well. So 4 of the 6 championships that we run, their final round is this week, Cinco, where champions will be decided across the board. The week after, We have the Australian Open Wheel Nationals on the Wednesday through GSRC and SRW. And then Friday night double bubble final round comes to an end for Legends World Challenge and the Warren Brown Tools GTD Series. It's a massive 2 weeks to come, and this is going to be some awesome racing to be had across these next 2 weeks.
It's going to be spectacular, mate. It's going to be absolutely nuts. The talent-wise, the way the boys have been driving all season, every week we think, it can't get better than this, and it just gets better and better and better. So, yeah, look, thank you to the drivers, thank you to the viewers, and thank you tonight for it. It's an awesome night there, Hamish, and great call. And to PDD for putting up the prizes for the drivers for tomorrow night, and Warren and Brown Tools for being such legends.
Well, of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's a massive week of racing to come for you. You do not want to miss any of the action. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe and the bell icon as well, so you are notified whenever we go racing this week. Of course, Tuesday night, final round of the Warren and Brown Tools V8 Supercars Series live from Road America. We will crown a Split 1 and a Split 2 champion. Wednesday night, Cooler Master Super Formula Championship. All three titles on offer, the Pros, Pro-Ams and AMs, all on offer with barely any points in between them. They'll go racing out at Aragon for the final round. Thursday night, Shannon's Insurance GR86 Nationals goes racing at Knockhill with championships on offer. Friday night, Legends World Challenge and GTDs. It'll be round 8 for them. The Legends will be racing out here at Bathurst for Friday night before the final round the week after at Sandown. GTDs this week will be at Portimao, and then Driver's Choice will be the week after. That's yet to be decided. And then Sunday night, Sinker, we come back and do it all over again. Warren Brown Tools V8 Supercars Championship Round 9 from Road America. What an awesome week of racing we have to come. The week after, Australian Open Wheel Nationals, final round of the Friday night double bubble. It is going to be awesomeness galore. You guys do not want to miss it. Sinker, there's no other way to say it. I'm excited. I'm excited for the final round. I'm excited for a little bit of a break. Although I know as soon as we get into the break, I'll be fiending to come back and call more action. Huh?
We've got, we'll have the F1 Shadow Series. We'll have
right,
the Australian Australian Open.
Yeah, we got the Australian Open Wheel Nationals the week after the final round. The week after that, we have F1 Shadow Series out at Belle Isle for the Super Formula Championship. So we will still have some racing on in the break as well. And then around
the hill climber in this time of year. I'll have to check my records. But might be some other fun stuff we can do as well, just to keep people entertained during the break.
We might throw up maybe a free fun race on a random Friday night or a Saturday night, maybe. Probably a Friday night. Actually, I won't be able to broadcast on Saturday nights because vets will be starting soon. But Friday nights we can. Something free, something fun. The mini stocks that have just come out on iRacing, I reckon there'd be a ball of fun on a road course. Maybe we'll just chuck up a session with them somewhere at some point. We'll put everything out there on our socials and into Discord so you guys are up to date. But got to give a massive shout out to all of our series sponsors, including Warren and Brown Tools, our title sponsors for the Tuesday night Supercars, Friday night GTDs, and the Sunday night Supercars as well. To Cooler Master for their continued support of the Wednesday night Super Formula Championship, as well as to Shannon's for their continued support of the GR86 Nationals on Thursday night, as well to all of our other sponsors, NeuroPower, DSL Railway Services, Shunt Scenery, and Grim Industries, the home of the V8 Coffee Table, which can be found on Prime Video's Top Gear Australia, where it can be seen in all the studio segments, whether it be the news, interviews, or whatever they're doing in the studio. But for myself, Hamish Munro and Steve Sinkovic alongside, we thank you once again for joining us here for round number 8 of Season 3 of 2024 of the Warren Brown Tools V8 Supercars Championship live from Bathurst. But until next time, stay safe, drive hard, and as always, bye for now.
Amazing, I was clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostert and Cam Waters, almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to sniff on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because tell you what, Bruce Tanner